What's up, guys? We're live. Okay. Opening question for today is, what do you think when you hear of a nice guy with women? What comes to mind? What are your preconceived ideas? Make sure we got... Okay, here we go. What's up, Shiva and D-Man? What's up, Tanzan? Oh yeah, check this out, guys. I got these brand new things. Truly hard seltzer teas. Never tried them yet. I saved them for tonight. I'm gonna see if I can get drink one of each flavor tonight. So I better get going. I think there's 4 flavors. What's up, Chad? What's up, Jawara? What's going on, Stoic? Yeah, I mean, they pretty much nailed it. I guess I don't know what I was expecting. Strawberry flavored hard seltzer, basically, with the aftertaste of tea. They nailed exactly what they said this is. At least on the first flavor. What's up, Match Hunter? Nice guy gets no poo, says Jawara. Oh, man. Ooh, what do we got today? Let me see. Where are my markers at? There's a marker. Check this out, guys. Markers. I have markers everywhere. In every room, I have a handful of all different markers for any time ideas come to me. I got paper everywhere in every room. I got notepads in every room. Colorful markers. Nice guy equals Captain Save-A-Ho. This is Matt Hunter. Oh, there it is. Trying to think what else. Oh, guys. Before I forget, I want to shout out Logical Chaos. He left a comment on one of my videos, and he commented with the Austin Powers, She's a Village Bicycle. It's from the movie Austin Powers, which I used to love that movie. Like growing up, that was right during my time. So I told him, I was like, dang, I might use that as a sound clip for live streams now. So shout out to Logical Chaos, because I added one in here. See if I remember where I think it's. Hold up.
She's the village bicycle. Everyone's had a ride.
Yep, there it is. Okay. So once again, guys, whenever you guys hear that, since I will forget after this, I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Logical Chaos. I didn't want to forget to give him credit for that, but I will forget in the future. So you guys heard it here first. That one is shout out to Logical Chaos. Every time you guys hear it from now on out. And again, anytime you guys have good sound effects, let me know. I'm always looking for better ones. Again, I prefer ones that aren't like you didn't hear from some other YouTuber. I prefer if you just like saw a movie and thought it was funny, because I just don't like to copy if I can help it. But yeah, I'm always listening. All right, 40 seconds left. What's up, Striped? Master B. Master B says, I remember being a nice guy. Got me being a married incel and divorced RAPED. Isn't that crazy, guys, that in today's world, is a creator talking on YouTube, you have to do the trick of like, when you're hanging around like your 2 or 3 year old niece, you like spell things out so that they can't hear you. That's crazy how censored our world's become. Yes, nice. Oh, Chad, you nailed the definition that I have here for. Okay, let's get going, guys. Earplugs in. You never know when I'm gonna hit you with the sound effect. In fact, just to relive a little bit of last week here. Wait, that's not the right one.
But I love her though.
She belongs to the street.
So sad, so sad, so sad. That chick ain't yours.
She belongs to the street.
You might have said you love that girl, but she belongs to the gang. And when she with me, I let her do her thing.
Okay. Ooh, I see some of the stock talk in the chat, man. Oh, I would love to jump in there. But here we go. So we're talking about nice guys. Nice guys. And to kind of give a perspective on what happens to the quote-unquote nice guys in the dating world in these days. And we have a video that we're going to go over this video from this YouTuber. Now, let me pull up her channel here. So, her name is Courtney Ryan. And this video that we're going to go over says why nice guys don't finish last. Nice guys versus simps. She has 56,000 subscribers. Now, to give a background on her, just to be fair, I'm just going to tell you guys where my mind was at. This video just popped up on one of my feeds. And so, after digging into her channel a little bit, she apparently started by like talking like fashion or something like that for men or whatever. And then she posted a couple videos about like, hey, 10 things guys like. And if you look on her channel, most of her videos were getting, 5,000 to 8,000 views. And all of a sudden, like, she posted one about men, and all of a sudden it was like 100,000 views. So I understand, based on, viewing this, that she doesn't label herself a quote unquote dating coach, at least as far as I know yet. From my understanding is this girl just made a innocent video here or there, got a bunch of views, and then now she's made a few more videos on the topics. So with that being said, I've only watched 3 total videos. And again, I don't believe that she calls herself a dating coach. This was just like a video that was requested for her to make. So now with that being said, let's get into it a little bit, because she's going to bring up some topics that, we like to discuss here in the Red Pill Arena. So let's see here. Her name is, that's right, Courtney Ryan. What do we got here?
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and have you ever heard the saying, nice guys finish last? In this video, I'm going to be telling you why this statement that everyone on the internet says is not true, and to help make an important distinction between a nice guy and what many people refer to as a simp. You're going to want to stay tuned for this one. Now, this topic is a little bit sensitive, it's a little bit ridiculous, but I think it's really important for all of you guys to understand. I really think if you don't know the difference between these two things, you're going to be setting yourself up for disaster, to be taken advantage of. And as always, I'm looking out for you guys. I want things to be great for you, and I know how girls are wired. I am on your side. I want you to win in your relationships, in your friendships, in every area of your life. So why?
Okay, so again, I'm giving you my own thought process when I first watched this video, because it's interesting when a new video pops up and I'm like, ooh, this is a topic that I'm interested in. Let's see how I feel about it. So when I first heard that, the very first time I ever looked at her video, and she goes, hey, I'm on your side. I want what's best for you. I laughed. I was like, yeah, right. And I'm just going to give you, again, my own impression. I only watched 2 other videos, and I just tried to get a feel for her. I watched one video of her interacting with her now boyfriend, and then a different video. And I'm telling you guys, my own impression is that I would consider her, she seems like a nice girl. Now, that doesn't mean, as far as when I say a nice girl, she just seems like a nice, pleasant person, like doesn't have like a gross attitude or anything like that. Like somebody that I would personally be like, oh, if I, met her, whatever, I'd chat with her, have fun. Like it would be cool to be like, she'd be a girlfriend, like a friend or whatever. She just seems like a nice person. That's my own projection onto this, just giving you my own take on that. So then my own mind was thinking again, I was like, okay, So when I say it like that, the reason I mention that is because there's a couple worlds that we live in, guys. So in one world that we live in, it's like the Cardi B WAP type of women who are degrading society. The things that she says, the songs she puts out, it's just terrible for society. So that's when I go in as like a red pill creator and I'm like, no, I'm going to tear this apart. Then we also see the women that come out and attack men. Oh, we're all the good men. Men are crappy. It's all men's faults, right? So again, I categorize those women more in like the red pill fair game. I'm going to come in and I'm just going to verbally slash you for whatever content you're putting out. Now, I'm putting this girl in a different category. I'm putting her in a category of she, to me, is just blue-pilled. To me, she started talking about topics about men and women randomly because people asked about it, and I don't think she knew what she was getting herself into. So I'm putting that out there again. My impression is I think she actually seems like a nice girl. I just don't think she has the red pill understanding to be talking about topics like that. But she didn't come in here and go, red pill men are stupid, MGTOW men are stupid, at least from the video that I watched. If she did that, I would just lay it out on a platter and I would just go to town dicing up every little thing she says. But since she didn't come into our house and attack, that's why I'm giving you guys this fair warning. I just think she's a nice girl with a blue pill lens, and that's why you're going to understand the way that she thinks about this.
I wanted to make this video is because in a past video I did, I mentioned that I like nice guys, and I got a ton of pushback on this, and for the life of me, I could not understand why. People thought I was lying, people thought I was just putting on a show, people think I'm gonna hit the end record button and go date a bad boy, and none of that is true. I really am being honest when I say nice guys always win. And I realized the
Wait, are you guys wondering the same thing? Did she actually just go as far as to say, because I can be reasonable with a lot of people. I can spin the adjective a nice guy any which way I want to make it, work and be like, okay, maybe a nice guy's not as bad as you might, say. But she went as far as to say that, not that nice guys don't finish last, she went as far as to say that nice guys actually win. So that's one where, now we're gonna get into some things here, and I do have. Okay, I know there was one thing that I for sure thought I put in here. The Betamon, you guys know the Betamon, the Betamon explained. Do I have that? Yes. Oh, good. I do have this one. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in here because here's when she mentioned here that she likes nice guys. She said, I did a video before about mentioning that I like nice guys, and I couldn't believe the blowback I got, that everyone's like, no, you don't, no, you don't. Look, guys, she's not lying. She likes nice guys. She loves nice guys. All women love nice guys is their Betamon orbiters. They love them. The discrepancy, the difference, this is why I say if you listen to advice from women, it's bad, it's usually a bad advice to give, is because they're going to give you something like this. Yes, I like nice guys, because of course girls like nice guys. Nice guys never make them work. Nice guys are always willing to help them out. So of course she likes it. She's not lying when she says, I like nice guys. The difference is she's not attracted to nice guys. And if she's not attracted to the nice guy, then whatever the relationship becomes, at some point, if you're just the nice guy, then it becomes bartering for sex at that point because she's not actually attracted to the guy. Now she has to, in her mind, ration it out because she's not actually attracted. So when girls say, I love nice guys, they're not lying. They're just not giving you the full picture. The true picture, which the true picture is... Wait. There we go. Betamon. Betamon. So let me put in a different perspective for you guys. Okay, about nice guys. Let's just pretend, and we'll bring the Betamon up in this type of scenario. Let's just pretend us as men, right? We don't have to pretend like we're women, but just pretend you as a man, you lived in a community where everyone in your community was happy to help you anytime you had a problem, and you didn't even have to pay for anything, right? You can almost talk about, it's like a utopic way of looking at things. Dang, a community where, man, I got a flat tire, and guess what? Somebody in the community is going to come fix it for me. Free of charge, no problem. Wow, that's a nice way to live. Hey, oh, my plumbing's messed up. Well, don't worry. Someone in the community knows plumbing. They're going to come on over, work it all out for you. No problem. No questions, no charges. Just doing it out of the goodness of their heart. Okay, so that's what you got to understand is when you imagine that world, you would love nice guys too. That is the world that a lot of these women live in, especially during their prime years. So anytime women says, I love nice guys, they're not lying, but they know they're leading the witness intentionally. They obviously know what they're doing. They're leading guys to be like, yeah, no, keep being nice, because of course they love it. They're not giving you the full story, obviously, that they're not attracted to those guys. But the actual statement, women like nice guys, is true. They love the beta on nice guys in their life.
A lot of pushback on this because when people say nice guys finish last, they aren't actually talking about nice guys. They're talking about something else. So I just want to touch on this really quickly too. If your intentions are just to sleep around, to burn bridge after bridge, to be a bachelor for your entire life, then this probably will not apply to you. And you can probably continue what you're doing being a bad boy because that's going to get the girls that you're looking for. So before you can...
You guys hear that? So she did actually give... So she must have done enough research on some of her videos to find out that like, oh, who are these MGTOW guys? Who are these red pill guys? Oh, they're talking about the bachelor life. So that was smart on her, on her defense, right? Because again, she's like, hey, if you're just living the bachelor life, fine, do whatever. The way she worded it though, she did take one little shot. She said burning bridges. Let's hear it one more time.
Intentions are just to sleep around, to burn bridge after bridge, to be a bachelor for your entire life, then this probably will not apply to you. And you can probably continue what you're doing being a bad boy because that's going to get the girls that you're looking for. So
Okay. So anyway, that's kind of funny how she conflated that if you're a bachelor and you just want to be single, she basically just conflated you as a bad boy. She conflated that as a bad boy, which again is why I conflate when we say nice guys. I could argue both sides of this all day long. I could be like, no, it's great to be a nice person. People like nice people, but nice guy and then do all this other stuff, right? So you can change the definitions all you want, but in reality, when someone knows, if you take an average blue pill mainstream person, you say, hey, the way to win with a girl's heart is to be a nice guy, that guy does not have the knowledge, the tools, the experience to understand and to break in the nuance of, yeah, be a nice person, but do all these other things. Make her chase you, make her curious, all that stuff, right? So that's why when anyone says nice guys finish first, it has to be broken down because this is just not fair to the average blue-pilled man that hears that and then they just go, yeah, that goes along with all the rom-com movies I've watched my whole life. Oh, that goes along with all the girls crying on my shoulder saying, oh, he was so mean to me. I wish there were more guys like you. Oh, yeah, okay, cool, right? So when guys hear that advice without the knowledge and experience of dealing with women, it's bad advice taken at mainstream face value, almost every way you look at it.
Continue watching. I did just want to say that really quickly. So a nice guy to me is someone that treats you right, that respects you, but also values themselves enough to walk away from a situation when it no longer benefits them.
Now, here is where we play word football. Here's where, this is where, again, the social game that women are so good at, picking up on every little detail, the little social ways that they can play with their words, plausible deniability. This is why that to me is really fun. I love to mentally spar with women in far as this little game and this power dynamics game. That's fun because girls are so good at this game. And again, understand how she's so good at this game. She starts the video off by saying, hey, nice guys finish first. Nice guys are actually good because in her mind, right, she even said it, my definition of a nice guy is nice guy, someone that respects and treats you right, but also has the courage to walk away if they are not receiving respect in return. Oh, okay. You see what she did there, guys? I could say, I could tell everybody, hey guys, nice guys get more women than any other women or than any other type of man in the world. Believe me, nice guys do. And I could describe to you, yeah, my definition of a nice guy is you're 6'5", you have 6-pack abs, you do blue, 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 you make her wait on your text, you blah, blah, blah. You see how I could spin it any way I want to and be like, yeah, see, nice guys finish first. So that's what you got to be careful of with women, especially women giving advice because, and again, I'm not saying this girl, again, I'm telling you guys, this girl to me, and I could be wrong, I feel like she's a nice girl. I bet you she's trying to give good advice to guys. She's probably like, oh, this will help them. That is my impression. I don't get the impression that she's back there scheming like a lot of other girls when I watch them like, oh, that girl's just, no. But she's twisting definitions to fit hers, so now other guys go, oh, I heard nice guy's good, and now that guy takes that to mean all sorts of other things. He does it, he gets screwed over by women in his life. So she conflated it, and I'm going to bring up one more thing here that won't be as big of a bang right now, but you'll see it later in the video. She uses a definition of the word simp. Well, where did she go to for her source for the definition of simp? She went to Urban Dictionary like I did. So she went to Urban Dictionary to get her definition of simp. So guess what I did, guys? Guess what I did? I simply went to Urban Dictionary and just simply put in nice guy to get the definition of Urban Dictionary about what nice guy means, because she can take definitions from any different source she wants and then fumble it and twist it on her own and then try to present to you like, hey, see guys, I'm right. So I'm going to take it from the same source she did. And same source we got. Here's what the nice guy for the top definition. Not to be confused with a nice guy, that is a male that is nice. When used as a noun instead of an adjective. Okay, nice guy refers to people, men or women, who believe basic social expectations are currency for sex. Nice guy. I don't understand. I'm a good listener. I help carry his or her groceries and feed the cat while he or she is away. And he or she won't even let me touch him or her. Again, when we look at the same definition that she'll later pull up for simp from Urban Dictionary, you guys can tell, right? The mainstream version of nice guy is a bad connotation. This is not one that you'd want. So therefore, again, if she's leading that with a video because it's a hot words, nice guys finish first type thing, that to me is dishonest. Even though, again, I just don't think she understands how bad it can all get for men on the other end. But either way, it's dishonest.
They aren't getting the same respect in return. So the key to this is that last part. They know when to walk away when they aren't getting something in return. It's not a good idea to always be looking for something in return in a relationship. A relationship should not be transactional. You shouldn't be keeping tally marks on a whiteboard in your room of all the nice things you do for someone expecting to have the exact same in return. A relationship shouldn't be that way. But I will say, it's a two-way street, and if you don't see any sort of return for what you're putting in, you have to walk away, because this is not a relationship, it's a charity case.
Okay, so fair point. She brings up a fair point when she says that relationships shouldn't be transactional. And that's exactly where when you say the textbook nice guy, he goes, well, I bought you dinner, I should get sex, transactional. So I can agree with her logic on this one, on that avenue. But there's always more to the story, which is why it's such a complicated game. But for instance, a rule with women that you just know if you've experienced women is that if you give her an inch, she'll take a mile. And I always relate it to, it's basically the same thing as with children. You give them an inch and they see that they can mess with your standards or expectations, they will continually taking. That is part of that biological hypergamy in a woman. I want the best thing that I can attain. That's that thing that keeps her always pushing for more. When everyone says women are never satisfied, they're never happy, they always push for more, right? Again, in a perfect world, when pair bonding and all that happened, it wasn't so promiscuous out there, a woman and a man get together, get married or whatnot, that woman is going to push that man to higher aspirations and expectations than he himself probably would have shot for. That would be the beauty in that sense of when people say the good woman will take you to the highest heights. That was a different day though. We are living a whole different culture now. But that's why that hypergamy is always in women. That's why they're never satisfied. It's literally inside of her. So therefore, these days for guys to hear, don't take score, I would disagree. These days, if a woman, if you're putting in more effort than a woman, if you're buying her more things than she's buying for you, if you are doing more for her on that power teeter-totter, she knows it. Maybe she doesn't consciously mark it down. Subconsciously, she knows it. And that is why, right? If you give her an inch, she'll take a mile. So the more you start to just get away with, oh, you know what? Relationships shouldn't be transactional. I'm just going to do it out of the goodness of my heart, which I would love for all of us human beings to be able to do. But we're in a different world today. I'm looking at the realistic part of the world we're in today, the dating culture, where women get bombarded with so many options that they literally weed guys out based on guys putting in too much effort. Oh, this guy's texting me back too quickly. Nope, don't want anything to do with him. So again, that's why in one world I could agree with her advice about the transactional nature for a healthy relationship and all that stuff, but it doesn't matter. The society and culture we're living in, the mindset that a lot of these women grow up with, you have to be cognizant of these things or you will be taken advantage of.
Everything I've mentioned, there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. As a woman, I can tell you that that is what every single woman wants, is someone to treat her right, someone to respect her. Sure, she'll go through the bad boys, she'll have that little stage. There's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. You're not losing being a nice guy. You're winning because you're giving something, you're making someone happy, they're making you happy, and if they aren't making you happy anymore, you can walk away. That is what being a nice guy is. So now that we've...
Okay. This is where we lost it all. We lost all credibility. In fact, guys, we're going to make this a drinking game from now on. Is this... No, that's not one. She's not saying anything thoughterly. Let me throw one of these in here. I know we got something that can work for this. Yeah. How about this? Oh, yeah. We'll do the... Okay. So instead of... We did the drinking game where when we were doing the prediction, if you agree... you drink, you disagree, I drink. So how about this? If every time we agree with a point that she makes, we drink. Every time that we agree, I'm gonna. You know what, guys? I told you I have to finish 4 of these. Every time that you agree with a point she makes, or you disagree with the point she makes, take a drink. There it is, guys. Gotta love it. There it is. Okay. So we're back with, okay, I have to rewind here and then we're going to do a break to show you some other videos that hammer this point home. Okay, so this is where, to me, she lost the credibility. And it's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the video. Okay, right?
Way. Because this is not a relationship, it's a charity case. So everything I've mentioned, there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. As a woman, I can tell you that that is what every single woman wants, is someone to treat her right, someone to respect her. Sure, she'll go through the bad boys, she'll have that little stage.
Whoa, wait a second. Hold up.
A relationship, it's a charity case. So everything I've mentioned, there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. As a woman, I can tell you that that is what every single woman wants, is someone to treat her right, someone to respect her. Sure, she'll go through the bad boys, she'll have that little stage. There's nothing wrong with being a nice guy.
There it is, guys. She slipped it in. You guys, she slipped it in. She had this video ready to go. She's going to talk about it. She's like, how can I spin that nice guy is actually a good thing with women? She had it all. Boom, boom, boom. She thought she covered her bases. And that little thing just slipped out. Sure, girls will go through the bad boy stage. Just that little stage right there. That is the big problem. Right there. That right there is why nice guys won't finish first, is she saying. That problem right there. Sure, she says, all of my friends want a nice guy. Sure, they'll go through their bad boy stage. Now I'm remembering where we're at. We'll go actually right back to 221 when we come back here, because now let's talk a little bit about this. We know this game, guys. What do we got for this game? This game, it is called Alpha Seeds Betamon Needs the Timeline. All right, she wants to experience all the alphas in her early years during her most valuable time. Sure, just a stage, right? All women say that your 20s are to find yourself these days. That's the problem. Culture and society has now moved it. Girls, your 20s, your 30s are for you to find yourself. Then she expects to settle with a Betamon. 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 We know this, right? When she can no longer compete for the looks and attention with the younger women during her declining years, that's when she's like, I want a nice guy. I want a nice guy. I want a guy. I had to find my own value, and now that I know my own value, now I'm ready to share my life with a nice guy. All right, so that is the problem, no doubt. Now, some of the people, you guys, this is the problem too, right? This kind of sounds harmless. It kind of sounds harmless. Okay, yeah, she's going to make a couple bad choices here and there. I'm telling you guys, I went through the blue pill matrix. I tried to fight it just like everyone else. I just fought this years and years and years ago. You fight through all the different things of the blue pill matrix, trying to rationalize everything. Okay, well, who are the Alpha X-Men and what does that look like? What does that do to her when she goes through this harmless stage? That is the whole problem with everything. That right there is the problem. Okay, the X-Men, they're the mutants that possess unique and rare gifts most normal men don't have. These things that make them, they just can't shake them out of their mind. Let's find out some of these games, guys. What do we have here? We have... No, wait. Actually, guys, let's start with the advice we hear. This is the advice you hear everywhere. Nothing new.
Can I talk to you if you were my little sis, please? Okay, here we go. No, girl. Don't worry about whether or not when you turn 30, if the good men will be there. I've dated both younger and older men, and I can guarantee you age has nothing to do whether or not a man is good. They will always be there. I guarantee you, I promise you, they will always be there. Do not focus your energy on that. You is a queen. Build yourself up, love yourself, so that the good man recognizes that, and so that you recognize a good man in return, someone who's willing to receive and give you the love that you're giving them. So don't worry about that, because I promise you, the men are everywhere. They're everywhere. Whether you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, they're there.
Yeah, guys. By the way, shout out to RPW Liberation on YouTube. It's hard to find his channel now because he doesn't get as many views now because, you know, Shadow Ban and all that stuff. But right there, I'll show it again. I like his channel, RPW Liberation. I enjoy his videos. You guys know that it got worse and worse. They'll be there for you when you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That's the advice she's given.
But I love her though.
She belongs to the street.
So sad, so sad, so sad. That you can yours.
She belongs to the street.
You might have said you love that girl, but she belongs to the gang. And when she with me, I let her do her thing.
All right. So that's the mindset that we hear. That's the mindset. It's okay. You're nice guys. You'll finish first. After she goes through her bad boy stage, of course. Well, what does this do, though? What does this do to the mind? Well, let's see. What does this bad boy stage look like? Some guys don't know. Some guys haven't seen it firsthand. Some guys haven't seen it even firsthand from, you know, close friends of theirs that are women. Some guys just don't even know what this looks like.
My ex accidentally sent me photos of him fucking a girl in a bathroom. Woo! I dated a guy who had rape allegations. Woo! I'm still talking to a guy who gave me chlamydia 3 times. Woo! I'm done with my ex. Wait, I'm still fucking him. Yeah! I fucked with a guy who killed somebody. Woo! My Mormon ex-boyfriend gave me chlamydia. I puked on an NHL player. On the way home from cheating on me, my ex got in a car accident. I'm banned from Trader Joe's. I spit on a mom because she pissed me off. My boyfriend, who was the same height as me, abused me.
She's the village bicycle. Everyone's had a ride.
That little hoe phase, that little bad boy phase she goes through, guys, it's getting worse and worse. It might have been a little innocent back in the 1980s. Dude, you guys, it has gotten... Since I have been aware of this game, it has gotten infinitely worse in the past 10 years. I was aware of this game, 19 years old probably. Started to get aware. I really got aware young 20s. It's gotten so much worse, this phase, guys. Social media, all that stuff. Oh, and it's so freely available for them. How can they say no? So, let's see. That's part of the phase. Here, hey, wait. You guys want to see some more? Yeah, hey, it's just the bad boy phase. She's just getting it out of her system. Now, some people could actually try to convince me, oh yeah, she's just getting it all out now. However, since I study psychology in the brain and all that stuff, really the way I look at it is no, what she's doing is she's practicing horrible habits that aren't just going to go away cold turkey because all of a sudden she says I do and all of a sudden I'm a wife. No, she's formed horrible habits that are, from what I've heard, marriage was already hard enough way back in the day just to make a marriage work. That's before all these other shenanigans, all this other stuff that you have to get through. People just think, well, I had my whole phase and now I'm done. Like she can just say, well, I'm done. Like if I just shot up last night, I can be like, oh, hey, no, I'm cool. I'm off drugs now. I just decided I'm good now. It's not that simple, guys.
Turn around! Turn around! Now turn around!
Turn around, yo, what's up?
Hey, you gotta turn around.
You gotta turn around!
Turn around.
By the way, shout out Nico Greco. Appreciate it, man. I'm seeing some of those super stickers you're sending. Astonished face, nice. Yeah, guys. Hoe phase. Hey, I'm a queen. You don't tell me what to do. If anyone told these women what to do, guess what?
How dare you? How dare you?
Guess what? No, that's the wrong one. Dang it. Betamon. Betamon. Dang it, I get my hotkeys mixed up. I wanted the feminist one. All right, let's get on. Let's go with one more here. No, wait, we got two more. These are too easy to find. All right, here's a little more PG rated. But again, girl, just even innocent, nice girl, right? Innocent, nice girl, the one you're thinking of your head. Oh, she's so sweet, she's so innocent. Well, guess what? Maybe she isn't sleeping with 245 guys. However, you don't think the attention going to her head is going to mess with her either? This is a new way that they're doing this. And I literally renamed this file Genius Thought Marketing. This is genius. I think this is genius thought marketing, what she did here. It's just not wife material because she's going to be so brainwashed by all the dopamine hits after something like this. But look what she's doing. She's got her Snapchat in her little Snapchat card there. And guess what she does? Oh, it's just a song. Doesn't matter. A really loud, annoying song. Look what they're doing. These girls, smart. This is thoughtpreneurship 301. This is actually pretty impressive. I will give it to you. Sometimes we say, you know what? Girls are getting all this money just for sending pictures of their feet. Just for bottling up bath water. They don't deserve it. just for taking pictures of their nasty old snatch and they're getting rewarded for it. They don't deserve it. But you know what? This is hustling right here. This is a smart idea. I'll just say it. So all these guys that go shopping, they look in there and they get the Snapchat and they're like, ooh, look at this. And now they're messaging her and you created another simp to reward you with attention and validation. By the way, shout out again to Coach Greg Adams and Counselor, both of them on YouTube. Good source for videos. There's Counselors with 3 L's and Coach Greg Adams there. Boom. Okay, so now guys, I want you to take the last one I'm going to show you. We'll move back on with the other video, but this is here we go. Call her daddy. Yeah, check this out. Okay, guys, call her daddy. Alex Cooper. We've been following her here. She has a boyfriend officially, apparently. Whoa, big news, guys. So check this out. So when we talked about this right here, I actually won this so the Alpha X-Men, right? The mutants. So what happens, right, is these mutants, these women date all these high status men, with all these crazy things, the 11-inch penis, whatever this guy did over here, this guy flew me out, blah, blah, blah. And then the sad ending is that women then, because of her hypergamy, right, her hypergamy goes, here's my standard, I can't lower it now. That's just inside of her. We can't change that, guys. But this is what happens when this happens. She starts to compare you to her X-Men, right? Because thoughts have sampled the best of the best, they create their mega ideal partner in their head. As her own value diminishes, her expectations from men get higher and higher. And these are the men that have a hard time ever leaving her brain. They scar her. These are the men that if they text her, you know, the ex-boyfriend or whatever, and they text her, there could be some trouble down the road. So this out right here, the Alpha X-Men, take that idea and listen to Alex Cooper talk about one of her exes here.
Daddy Gang has watched me be manipulative, psycho, fuck girl. They've never seen Alex Cooper in a relationship. The biggest relationship that truly changed me was the Red Sox player that I dated. It was like very fucking toxic.
The Red Sox player that I dated, of course. Shouted out, the Jersey Chaser, of course.
The biggest fuckboy. He was the epitome of everything that Call Her Daddy was raised on.
He birthed Call Her Daddy.
Literally birthed Call Her Daddy. I got fucked over. I got walked all over. And then I met Slim Shady and Door Number 3. When we broke up, his agent tweeted, not him, he doesn't even have the password to his own Twitter.
Now that you're ready for a relationship, why not Door Number 3?
That was like the first man I was ever in love with. I hurt him so bad by leaving to be in a public relationship with Slim Shady. Things were never the same after that. I was nobody. I had nothing at the time. I couldn't speak my piece. You think anyone's gonna believe a little girl or the professional athlete?
You guys have any idea how many random names that these girls talk about on the podcast? Oh, it was Red Sox guy. It was Slim Shady. It was Skype Man. It was... They have so many names and they literally just label it. You know, this is another one, right? Double standards. Girls always get mad at men. Oh, man, you're looking at women like they're objects. It's like, you guys have any idea what you are labeled right now in a woman's phone if you're out there in the dating game? You have any idea what you're actually labeled on your phone? You won't even believe what you are. You'll ask some women like that if they're honest with you what they have you in here. I've been like dolphin shirt guy before from a girl that I met when I was wearing a dolphin shirt. Like they label you based on experiences or where they met you because they have so many men coming at them. That's the only way that they remember at this point. So you got Alex Cooper here talking about her ex-boyfriend, Red Sox boyfriend, F-boy guy, right? So Alex Cooper was dating what we call probably a mix of Jim Bro Chad of the Alpha X-Men. All right, his gifts, superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, and endurance. He's an athlete, right? Going to be the top of the top in his field at certain things. So Alex Cooper has now dated Beast Jim Bro Chad. That's one of the Alpha X-Men she has. She has so many Alpha X-Men in like every different, niche you could think of. But he's also a mix of, the way she was talking about him, Gambit, Bad Boy Chad. His gifts, highly skilled thief that has a desire for stimulation and adventures. The guy that was always cheating on her, kept her on her toes, and messed her up. She even said it, and messed her up. These are the things that get remembered from these women. Now, again, you could look at it, which I like to do. I like to be a silver lining type of guy. You guys know that. I'm an optimist. But in this field, you got to be realistic here because you're gambling with your life here. But you could look at it optimistically and be like, yeah, good. She's dealt with all these bad guys, so now she'll appreciate the good guy so much more that doesn't put her through that. Yes! I would love that too. In utopia, that is how it would work. But in real life, the brain gets stimulated with so much emotion that she desires that now. She doesn't go, that guy put me through so much drama, I'm so glad to be away from that. She goes, I was living through so much drama with that guy. How do I get back to something like that? This steady Steve here with me, he's being so great and consistent. It's boring. How do I shake things up? Maybe I'm going to accuse him of cheating just to see what he does. You guys got to understand, this is just, it's very real. It's just human nature. This is the type of stuff that happens. When they go through stuff like this, psychology-wise, it just messes with the brain. All right, we got a super chat here from our man Danny Arnold. What's up, Danny? He says, I'll bet you every one of them are a huge Seahawks fan and just love going to Hawks tailgating parties. Oh, some of you guys will understand the inside joke. If you've seen that video I did about the perfect relationship just ended. My man Danny and I, we're on the same page on that one. In fact, Danny might know the actual girl because Danny and I live in the same state. So, we'll see. Appreciate that, Danny. Okay. Where are we at now? All right. Now we get to go back to... Now let's go back to our feature presentation. Okay, we're going to go back to 221, right? Just to hit that one last time. Okay, so again, what I just showed you is what happens during the innocent bad boy stage. So now we'll keep on going.
So everything I've mentioned, there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. As a woman, I can tell you that that is what every single woman wants, is someone to treat her right, someone to respect her. Sure, she'll go through the bad boys, she'll have that little stage. There's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. You're not losing being a nice guy. You're winning because you're giving something, you're making someone happy, they're making you happy, and if they aren't making you happy anymore, you can walk away. That is what being a nice guy is. So now that...
Okay, yeah, again, her definition of nice guy. Now, guys, there's a lot of hope too, and I'm going to show you guys the comments on this video. They're beautiful. Let me show you one comment right now. This guy said, right on this point in the video, sure, she'll go through the bad boy. She'll have that little stage. Maniac says, I'm not sure why you think this is a selling point. It's not. Men don't want women that have been passed around. I don't want a woman who's been through the bad boys. I'm not sloppy seconds or sloppy 230 seconds, really. I'm not here to scoop you up off the floor after you've had your fun throughout your 20s, squandering your prime years, so you can settle down. If you can't offer me in your prime, I don't want you at all. And no man on the planet will believe you when you say, it was just one bad boy. No women will believe you either. We all know women lie about their body counts. Men do too, but when we lie, we inflate it. When you lie, you divide it by 6. Guys, again, like I said, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you, I took probably 6 or 7 screenshots of some comments. Guys, it was a beautiful sight to see. People are waking up. Oh, man. Well said there, Maniac. By the way, guys, this is good. The peach tea. Truly hard seltzer tea. This peach one is delicious. Delicious.
Define what a nice guy is. Let's take a look at this other word that has kind of turned into a little bit of a meme. I don't necessarily love what it stands for, so I'm not going to talk about that, but I think it's really important and an easy way to make the distinction between a nice guy and what is being referred to as a simp. So according to Urban Dictionary, this is someone who does way too much for a person they like. And while I think this is a pretty good description, I would agree with this, it's kind of incomplete because what constitutes too much? Too much, in my opinion, is the reason why these type of guys finish last. It's not nice guys, it's simps. These guys are unable to recognize when someone is not interested in them. So this is the inability to recognize when someone is not into you. A nice guy can recognize this. Like I mentioned earlier, he can walk away, he can pack his bags and leave, but a simp continues to give and give and give. And the reason why this is so dangerous.
Okay, so I'm gonna give this to her, guys. You might not have saw this stealth maneuver. This is smart, very smart what she did. She did something extremely smart there. In fact, I have a book behind me somewhere. Okay. I have a couple. So I have two books by. Oh wait. No. Wait. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my book with Joseph Campbell. Hero with 1,000 Faces. Anyway. One of these. I don't know. My books are everywhere when I start reading them. Anyway, so basically what she did there is really smart. What she did is she shifted the narrative and she made what you would say a good writer would do is she made a common enemy. So she built this whole thing up by saying, hey guys, nice guys can finish first, right? She gave you her definition of a nice guy, the perfect definition that she could muster up. And then what she did is she said, what you're referring to when you hear about nice guys finishing last, what you actually are thinking of is simps. Simps finish last. So I'm going to give her a little, I'm going to give her that little, that was kind of a weak applause. I know I have one up here. Applause. Because it was smart what she did. She deflected. She got all of the Betamon that were watching this. There's that the vision that of guys who are watching this, right? The red pill MGTOW men, they after about 2 minutes in, they go, "Oh, you're saying it was just a small bad boy stage?" Those guys are like, "Nah, bad advice." But all of those guys, right? The blue pill men that have been conditioned since birth, like we all were, to believe that you're supposed to be a nice guy and this is how you win a girl's heart, right? Those guys that try the best they can to hold on to that ideology, because you guys know how hard it is to unplug and start to get red pilled because you want to fight it. Because what, depending on when, if you find the red pill at 20 years old, you basically have to admit to yourself, I lived 20 years of a lie. If you find the red pill at 35 years old, you have to go, I lived 35 years of a lie. So that is why it's so hard to unplug. And so now she's got this group of guys, right? The red pill MGTOW men, they go, oh, I've seen this story before. I get it. Nope. Bad advice. But all of these guys sitting here in the blue pill going, I still hope there's a girl around that's going to, my unicorn. That guy hears this and that guy goes, oh. So every time I've heard nice guys finish last and I've agreed with that because a lot of times I've acted nice and it didn't work. Oh, simps finish last. So now those guys go, oh, okay, it's okay to be a nice guy. I just can't be a simp. So that's where I personally have a problem with this, right? Again, I do vibe to vibe, just vibing with her. I think she has good intentions. And again, I could be wrong. But it doesn't change the fact that that's going to destroy a man's life if he takes this and runs with it the wrong way. So we have to break that apart and kind of clarify there. That because she did a really good job, right? Hey, everything you were told, it was right, but those were all simps. So she deflected nice guys, that behavior, and she said, nope, simps. Anytime you were simping before, that's why it didn't work. You can still be a nice guy. Again, I could debate on her side and be like, yeah, it's true. You can still be a good guy and be good with women, right? I believe that. But the actions, though, the mainstream actions that a guy thinks you're supposed to do when he says nice guy, like I can say be a nice guy as in don't be a total douchebag of a person, but then I could literally be like, all right, when she wants to hang out with you, it's like make her wait, make her sweat. So, right, is that really being nice when you intentionally make her sweat? Well, I could twist the words just like she does any which way. The whole point is you got to be careful of when people are playing with words like that to change their definitions. All right, we got boom. Man, that peach truly is real good, guys. We got a super chat here from looks like, was it Oblivious? Where is it at? Here, let me pull that up. Boom. From Oblivious 713. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Oblivious. All right, let's keep moving on, guys.
This is because women are manipulative. They'll take advantage of this, but who can blame them? Who wouldn't want free gifts, money, or nonstop acts of kindness for doing absolutely nothing? So some of you might be thinking, Courtney, this will never happen to me, and if it did, I would know. But let me put this in your head really quick. Have you ever seen one of your friends that keeps doing really nice things for a girl that is not interested in him at all, but because they are so emotionally attached to this person, they cannot give up. They have to keep giving. They think there's something worth fighting for, and they act like everything's fine, and they keep giving to this girl hoping that she'll give him some sort of validation or attention or sexual something that will make him feel good, and that's not the case. You're giving to something that is not even there. So this is...
Yeah, that's a simp. What she's describing is a simp, right? And simp is just an easier name for it, for us to call it. But that's what, before the word simp was around, we probably been like, oh, that's a nice guy. So again, I get it. We can interchange definitions all we want, but that behavior, before simp was around, we would have been like, that's a nice guy. And the connotation would be like, yeah, that guy's screwed. Same thing, just different words. So yeah, that was a simp behavior right there. But that's also exactly what someone would have said. Oh, well, the nice guy would have done that too. So again,
I like to personally call the eye of the storm effect. When you're the person inside and you're directly involved in the situation, everything appears fine, and your lack of view of the outside makes it seem like everything you're doing and everything you're giving is worth it, and even a good idea, when in reality, it's the complete opposite. So basically what I'm saying is sometimes when you're being a simp, you don't realize you're being a simp. And it's really easy to mistake yourself as a nice guy, because really the only difference here is that you don't know when to say no. You don't know when to stop giving, and you don't know when to walk away. So there's some easy ways to make sure that you don't fall victim to this behavior. So 4 ways to make sure this is not happening to you.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna give her credit in this area, because it would have been really frustrating if she just tried to end the video and been like, well, simp and nice guy are very, very close, but you just didn't know how to walk away. So that would have been so lazy of her, because it would have been like that would have been really unsettling to end the video that way. I'm gonna give her credit here because she goes, here are 4 ways, and now she's actually gonna give some tangible ways that she says you can differentiate between being a nice guy and a simp. Again, I still say it, and I hope everyone's a nice person, a nice human being, but when we say nice guy in the dating phase, we mean simp. That's just interchangeable at this point. It's when you say being the bad boy, it doesn't mean you have to be rude and call her names, say you look fat. That doesn't have to be what you mean by the bad boy. The bad boy is just like, hey, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing here. I'm playing Xbox. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing to go fix your flat tire, right? You can say, oh, that's a bad boy. It's like, no, that's just a dude that's just like not bending over backwards for her. So again, the definitions here aren't really important. The behaviors are really what's more important.
So take a step back, look at your situation, and notice the following things. Number 1, is the girl texting me back or texting me first? This also can go farther than texting. It could be asking to hang out, whatever, just initiating things with you first. If the answer is no, she doesn't like you. Number 2.
Okay, that's correct. In fact, in our drinking rules, if we agree with her or we disagree, we take a drink. So I'll drink to that. Yeah, that's correct. That's a pretty easy one. If she's not replying to you, if she's not texting you back or texting you first, she's not interested. I would go as far as, because I go way on the other end, if she's not texting you first and pursuing you, she's not interested. That's the way I play it. Some guys are like just excited if a girl texts them back. So yeah, I still don't like that way, but at least she gave some tangible examples. Like, yeah, she better be texting you back every time and initiating a lot if you think she's actually into you.
She will show you off or introduce you to people that she cares about. Number 3.
Number 2, she'll show you off or introduce you to people that she cares about. Yeah, that's true. But here's where it's like that's where it's like this simp and the nice guy. Where's there a difference there? She wouldn't do that for either guy. Or if she shows off the nice guy to her friends and family, right? That's when it's like danger, danger. She's introducing him to the friends and family because she considers him a beta mon, and she's like, oh, all right, I'm gonna get him to commit to me. That's the guy I'm gonna secure long term. So, I didn't like number 2. I'll drink because I don't know. I just didn't like it.
When she introduces you, she will introduce you as more than a friend. Number 4.
She introduces you as more than a friend? Okay. How many of the nice guys out there then are getting that type of treatment? You're being a nice guy and all of a sudden she goes, hey, this is my boyfriend Adam. It's like, is that really happening? I doubt it.
Will tell you she likes you, or she will be acting like it. She will show some sort of exclusivity with you. If she's not doing any of these 4 things, you're probably being a simp. But at the end,
yeah, it's too easy to just say, well, if you're not doing this, you're being a simp. No, okay. If she tells you she likes you or she acts like it, that's okay. That's bad. Look at this.
Acting like it.
Not bad if she does that, but what I'm saying is, right, if guys, again, I'm not worried about those of you that are red pilled or MGTOW right now. I'm not worried about you guys watching this video. But I'm worried about, and I actually do get more of a balance, I guess you could say, of blue pill and red pill that come to my channel, because there's a lot of blue pill guys that want to learn texting advice or how to date better, and then they come in and they're like, oh, dang, I didn't know about this other stuff, but that's kind of what I shoot back out at them, and they kind of learn to be red pilled or MGTOW in that sense. But the guys, right, that are sitting in the middle, the mainstream blue pill that are watching this, that's where it's trouble. Because those guys go, well, I'm a really nice guy. She will tell you she likes it and or act like it. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many ways women you can use plausible deniability to make it seem like they're interested, to string a nice guy, a beta mon along, and keep him in her orbit? This is what women have learned to do since the youngest of age. So number 4 right there makes any guy watching this video going, oh, well, I must not be a simp. I'm just a nice guy and I'm going to get her. I must not be a simp because she told me she loves when I text her. Or that she acts like she likes me because she invited me to dinner that he ended up paying for and all that stuff, right? Like, that's the type of stuff, right? She invited me over for wine night to talk about boys because she thinks of you as a little beta mon girlfriend. So, but that guy can go, oh, look, she likes me. She's acting like she likes me. So it's so confusing. And then guys just buy in, and then they marry the post-wall thought, and then they get screwed later long term, because this one right here, horrible advice. Because yeah, okay, how are you going to tell when she's being legit unless you've spent a lot of time with women to be able to break that down? Because look at this, all right? That's not what I meant. This is what every nice guy or simp faces at some point. Women are great at wordplay. They can purposely make you assume something, but they leave themselves out. Classic friend zone technique. I value our friendship. I thought you knew that's all this is. Now, right, that guy, the friend guy, goes, I invited her to dinner, and it seemed like it was going to be a date, and she said yes to it, so it seems like she was acting like she likes me. And she called me a nice guy, and on that date, she told me that I would be the perfect type of husband for her, and that, but I see you as such a friend, but you're going to be the perfect husband for some guy. You're the exact guy that every woman wants, right? So these guys go through this stage. The nice guys and the simps go through this stage, and that's why they stay there for so long. That's why they stay in the rotation. Not every simp is as bad as the guy that messages her 50 times, 50 DMs to the Twitch streamer that he really likes. Not every guy is that extreme when they're simping. But there's a lot of guys that are simps in a bunch of women's minds, and the girls know how to string them along and keep them in their orbit because, like she mentioned, like we all know, it would be great to have this Rolodex of men willing to do anything for you for free. We would all love that. So, number 4, terrible advice.
will show some sort of exclusivity with you. If she's not doing any of these 4 things, you're probably being a simp. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to evaluate your situation, to make the tough but needed distinction if she's not into you. And if she's not into you, that's totally okay. And no matter what you do, you shouldn't let this hurt your self-esteem. Girls are very complicated, and what a woman likes is going to vary greatly from woman to woman. So just because this one woman doesn't like you, doesn't mean that the billion other girls in the world won't like you too. And
you guys hear that? It's all part. And again, I'm just, hey, if this girl, I can't remember her name, is it Courtney? If this Courtney girl sees this video, right? She probably can get from my tone. I'm not attacking her. She's in an area she just doesn't fully understand. She might admit to that too, because again, like I said, she's not like proclaiming she's a dating coach. But yeah, she's just in over her head. I'd flirt with her. I think she's cute. I would flirt up with this girl. Let's see here. What am I looking at here? Oh, yeah, that very last part there. Just because that one girl, or those 2 girls, or those 7 girls, or those 25 girls that you were being such a nice guy with, just because they didn't like it or appreciate it, doesn't mean the other billions won't. It's classic.
Going to vary greatly from woman to woman. So just because this one woman doesn't like you, doesn't mean that the billion other girls in the world won't like you too. And
you guys hear that right there? That was a subtle, not all women are like that. That was a subtle plug. Not all women are like that. If you've had a bad experience with women, it was just a bad apple, 1 or 2. But the billions of others are great, and they're wonderful, and they're perfect, and they're angels. Duh. Not all women are like that. Adam, every woman, and there's been a lot, that you've experienced in your days, they were all just bad apples. And again, I even say this, a lot of the women I've experienced weren't bad apples, but they're hypergamous, and society and culture promotes that and all that stuff. So it means that I don't find value in committing to any of those women long term. Doesn't mean they're a bad person. I don't enjoy spending time with them. But these days, man, yikes. The culture, man. Gotta be careful. Have your fun, but be careful, I guess.
Another thing to think about, if you find yourself having to constantly do these acts of kindness, constantly give to someone, to even get a sliver of their attention, why do you want to be with that person anyway? And even if it does work,
right there, I bet you every guy that has fully gone their own way was just like, yeah, exactly. That's why I don't date anymore. I bet you every guy that heard that last part of, hey, and if you have to put all this, whatever in time and attention, and she's not going to appreciate it, then why would you want that type of girl anyway? Like every guy just goes, yeah, okay, you made my point. That's why I'm playing video games tonight. That's why I'm going back and doing this tonight. That's why I'm going to start this business. That's why I'm going to focus my time over here.
she's going to expect all of this from you forever. And that sounds awful. If you're willing to do that much for someone that's giving you nothing in return, imagine how easy life will feel when you're finally giving to someone that gives back to you and is happy to do it. So guys, basically what I'm saying is there's a huge difference between nice guys and simps. And the new nice guys finish last is actually simps finish last, because it all comes down to having respect for yourself. And if you don't have respect for yourself, no one else is going to have respect for you either. You have to learn to be so confident in yourself that you constantly know what you bring to the table. Because if you don't know what you bring to the table, how is a girl supposed to know what you bring to the table? So guys, at the end of the day, know your worth, be a good guy, and think twice before you Venmo that $1,500 to the Russian model that you've never met that is telling you she wants a family with you. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for when I release new content. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.
Okay, so, by the way, guys, right, so again, I'm giving her as far as, right, there are some videos you watch and you can pull apart every single word they say and just boom, 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 wrong from the premise, wrong from that, boom, boom, boom. she made it a little bit more difficult. You had to kind of know how things were going to play out by the way that to be able to spot some of the inconsistencies in her video. So I'll give her credit. She did a really good job of taking all of the heat away from the stigma of nice guys finishing last and throwing all that heat on the common enemy, the simps, which everyone knows simps are the worst. So smart, very smart strategically on her part. I'll give her credit for that. Boom. Hey, you might have had a hard time as a nice guy, but don't worry, it's all the simps' fault. That was smart, and I think it was really smart how she ended this video. The last, let's watch the last 20 seconds. Because even the way she does it at the very end, ending with that little joke, that subtle, don't send $1,500 on Cash App or whatever. Smart. Another good way. It's like, oh yeah, a lot of people can agree with her. So she's not nearly as bad as a lot of the women that we've gone over in all of this. I still just think she just doesn't understand. She's lived her whole life as a pretty woman. So she doesn't understand all these other complications going on in it, but I don't think she has ill intentions, at least my personal take.
Of the day, know your worth, be a good guy, and think twice before you Venmo that $1,500 to the Russian model that you've never met that is telling you she wants a family with you. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for when I release new content. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.
Okay, much better, much more pleasant than some of these masculinized, disgusting women that we see all over the internet these days. So again, I'll give her credit with that part. Again, I don't agree with her message, but I like the way that she tried to relay it, I guess, in that sense. And she did mention at the very end, guys, to check out her Instagram. So you know me, I had to do a little digging. I had to figure out more about this story, which we'll get to, but we'll start with the comments. We'll get to more about her story here. Let's get to some of the comments here, though. Let me take a drink first. Where's that book, though? Oh, right up here. There we go. There we go. Hero with a thousand faces. If you're a writer, you aspire to be a writer. Joseph Campbell, solid resource. Oops. Drinking this. So we've gotten, guys, strawberry, solid. I hoped. I love strawberry stuff. Peach, solid. I love peach stuff. Two of my favorite actual fruits, strawberries and peaches, the actual fruit. Now we're on to, I think we got lemon and raspberry left. Let's go with raspberry. Let's see what that's all about. No, that's strawberry. That's strawberry. Come on. Wait. Dang it, I'm a noob, man. I didn't even... All my raspberries are apparently out in my other fridge. I got a lemon, though. We'll go with that one. All right, lemon. Let's go over some of the comments of this video. I'm so proud of our men in the comments here, guys. So proud. So proud. This is why things will change. I don't know what that looked like. Legally, nothing has changed. Culture, society-wise, nothing has changed. So I'm staying the heck away from anything, any legal commitment with women for a long, long time. But perceptions are changing, which is big. That's a start. So here we go. This is how she started the video. She left this comment below, and she said, "Hey everyone, I know this can be somewhat of a sensitive topic, but I wanted to make this video because of the disbelief I received when I said I like nice guys in a previous video. I also just had a close friend who was going through a similar situation, so I figured it made sense to talk about this. Hope you all find this helpful. Have you experienced this? Leave comment." Again, everything that I've dug into, she didn't go into this saying I'm a dating coach and I know what to do and this is nice guys do whatever. I would have had more of a problem with that. She's just a normal blue pill girl just using her platform and just talking about what she thought people would be interested in. So we got that, right? That was her one. Boom. We have close your, and I didn't sift through these guys. These were pretty, I think all of them except for one because I had a bad word were all top comments, or ones that you'll see when you first scroll. Close your wallets, gentlemen. They want a traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional woman. Skeleton Rex says, sure, she'll go through the bad boy, have that little stage. Right. You guys, everyone was picking up on that. I loved it. I was so glad to see it because I watched the video first and I was like, I hope the comments are going to be, I hope other people in the comments caught on some of the things that I saw, and they did. All right, any profile that says, I've had my fun or I want to settle means she's ran through a bunch of chads and now wants a provider. Yeah, no thanks. Dragonfire says, she destroy herself in her bad boy stage. Now in her 35 plus and expect good guys to be her prince to show up. The problem is her prince came for her in her 20s and she rejected him. Or her prince came on Tinder or Bumble and had really good text game and wasn't willing to commit. And she lost out. All right, let's see here. We got... all right, John David says, nice guys always win. No. No, they don't. Take it from me. Flofi says, translation. When women start approaching their mid-30s expiration date, they'll try to find nice guys to settle down and provide for them. Guys, beautiful comments. Crazy Horse. If you don't want me in your prime, I don't want you in the decline. Hans. She'll go through that bad boy stage. Leave them in the street.
She belongs to the street.
I like that one, but man, I like the full version so much better.
I love her though.
She belongs to the street.
So sad, so sad, so sad. That chick yours.
She belongs to the street.
You might have said you love that girl, but she belongs to the gang. And when she with me, I let her do her thing.
Anyone listen to that full song, by the way, by Troy Ave? I've listened to it a few times. She belonged to the game. Nice guys win in the end. He gets an old and loose muffin with an elevated chance of having downies. Okay. Nice guys win in the end. He gets an old and loose muffin. Really funny. With an elevated chance of having downies. Accurately, yeah, there can be effects. Although, you know, I have heard that Down syndrome children and human beings are just extremely happy and delightful. So I got a soft spot for that. But I mean, he's not wrong. There can be complications for sure. Okay, Richard says, I recognize myself as being a former simp. I used to do too much for a girl that was just using me. She ended up dumping me anyways. What an idiot I am. Now I just don't give up equally about anyone ever again. I give up on love, but not lust. I see nothing wrong with that, giving up on love and not lust. Yeah, because, I mean, these days, man, the long-term commitments are going to be tough. It's going to be a storm that I don't want to put myself through. Please believe us, nice guys. We need that provider after we hit the wall. Exactly. Perfect. John Galt gave perfect translation. Hey, please believe us. Please believe us, nice guys. Just hold on. Hold on a few more years. I got a few more penises I want to inject right inside of me. And then I'll be ready for you, you nice guy, you. And here's the last comments we have for this one. All right, don't listen to a fish. Listen to a fisherman. Exactly. That, like I said, she was just in over her head. She didn't understand the dynamics of all this. Sorry, 30-year-old who's now looking for a nice guy. I'll pass. The wall is coming, though. Then the last one here, we got North Star Cole. Go through the bad boy stage. They're still getting ran through and won't be able to pair bond. How is that a win for the nice guy? He's paying full price for something those F-boys got for free. Very good observation. Absolutely. Very good observation, right? Very good observation. And I still, guys, I try to see things from other perspectives. I try to battle with myself, especially with some of the stuff that you guys know I talk about, or at least I used to talk about in the second half before they got all commie on us. So I try to listen to all different perspectives to kind of understand the decision. And I get it why women or other simp men, I post stuff times and I'll see the blue pill comments that guys will say, and they'll be like, what's wrong with her having standards? There's nothing wrong with her experiencing life and knowing what she wants. It's like, I get it. I can ride down that avenue with these people. I can logically ride down and I can go, you're right. There should be nothing wrong with that. Maybe she learned some lessons and now she's ready to settle down and she's ready for some marriage. Great. Whatever. But, right, that's where my ride veers because I understand hypergamy. That's where, when you understand hypergamy and pair bonding, that's the domino that matters. Like, everything she said when she mentioned, like, the first 2.5 minutes, right? It didn't matter what she said. Once she hit that certain point, right here where North Star Cole points out, go through the bad boy stage. Right when I saw that point, right when MGTOW men saw that point, right when Red Pill men saw that point, they all go, oh, there's nothing to see here anymore. She doesn't understand. At that point, we all go, okay, there's not a new perspective here that I haven't heard yet because she doesn't understand. So once that hit right there and she just blew right over it, yeah, they'll have their bad boy stage. It was like, oh, okay, nothing else you say matters because that stage that used to be maybe 1 bad decision, 2 bad decisions she learned, no, that has become multiple years of bad decisions, and those bad decisions are compounded. In her prime party years, she can have whatever drugs, whatever alcohol she wants at the parties that people are gonna bring her at. She can make all sorts of bad decisions, and it shouldn't matter, right? A lot of women go, this doesn't matter. Let me get it all out. Let me taste it all, and then I'll be ready to settle down. I get it. It makes sense. From a woman's perspective, in my mind, I'd be like, yeah, heck yeah, I want to try this all. I want to go VIP clubbing. I want to do this. I want to do that. I would want to try it all. Guys, I have ADD. I am a adrenaline junkie. If I was a woman, I would love the CC. I'm just being honest. I want to sit here and be like, guys, I would be such a respectable, traditional woman, and I would see through all the BS. And guys, I'm just being honest. I have ADD. That thrill would be hard for me to pass up. The getting invited here, getting invited there, getting the free drinks here. But that's a problem. That's such a problem. Society and culture, that right there needs to be included in the equation, because when that's allowed, and then when marriage and divorce and family court laws are also allowed, it's an unwinnable game in every way you look at it for men. And it's a very favorable game for any women that are allowed to live the alpha lifestyle and then jump into this alpha seeds beta needs. I will say this. I have one girl that I worked with when I was a school teacher. She was a young teacher just like myself. She was the youngest teacher, ended up being. Wasn't a girl at all that I flirted with or any of that. Like, there was a lot of women, that, I had some fun with, even coworkers or whatnot. But this girl, right, she came in, she was the youngest, right? She was so set. She was married young. She's like super religious. She was so set. She loves her husband, all that stuff. That girl is the only, like, seriously, one of the only girls now that I see. Like, she just posted on Facebook yesterday or the other day, and just hyping up her husband, hyping up how much she loves her husband, how great he is, all this stuff. That girl seems happy. She loves her relationship. She says, my relationship gets better. My marriage to my husband, my marriage with God gets better every day, right? There's a certain mindset that she went in with. She is literally what you'd call a unicorn amongst the rest. But that is one that I went in with years ago, worked with her, all that stuff. And through all this chaos, she still seems incredibly happy. Few women like that are left these days, but she didn't go through that bad boy stage. She didn't want that. She knew what she wanted from a young age, and she stuck to that. Again, that's anecdotal evidence, but it's these days, right? If a girl isn't set from like a young age to remain faithful, and that she wants a family, she wants to be a family woman, all that stuff. If she goes out into the world, guys, everything around her is telling her to sleep around, taste it all. So there's so few women that aren't taken in by this lifestyle. And of those few women, right, I wish all of them the absolute best. I wish all of them a happy family. I wish all of them a happy marriage. I just don't want to be the one that gambles my life away hoping that this might be one of them. That's just me. I don't want to take that risk. Some of you guys might want to be the ones taking that risk. Fine. But there's so few women like that out there these days. I'll let someone else take the shot on that one. The guy that did, I know his name's David or whatever, and he was a nice guy. I met him. Good guy. I wish them nothing but the best. I really do. I think that they both will have a great life. To me, they both did it the right way. But it's just not realistic today. Okay, so we got this. Boom. No, we're not done yet. We got a few more things to talk about here. We're not done yet, guys. It's pretty good though. By the way, man, I don't know how often I say this, but it's like, I don't even get it too. Like, why? Even sometimes when I'm like, I reflect, and I'm like, for the world, it kind of sucks the way relationships are. But again, for me personally, we could look at the world and be like, this is, oh man, it's all going downhill. For me personally, I'm like, everything I've ever wanted since I was a child, I'm able to do now as a single man. Everything that I personally, and again, I'm a different cat. I've been single for so long, guys. I get it. Maybe not everyone thinks this way, but when I was the youngest, the only thing I remember ever really wanting was like, when I was young, I was like, I wanted the money to buy the toys I wanted. And I wanted to be able to drive because, my parents and my brothers wouldn't drive me places sometimes when I wanted to go somewhere. I'm a pretty simple, easy person to please. Like, now that I have money and I'm able to do things when I want, I look at guys that are like, guys will message me all the time and be like, oh man, I'm worried about this, man. This sucks. I can't find a wife. It sucks. There's no good women out there. I'm like, does it really suck? Like, or do you finally, like, can you logically give yourself an excuse now to do what you've always wanted to do? Most men, right? Think about that. And again, a different angle is that I worked with children. So I see all the boys when they're young and they're just like alpha. All boys are like alpha mindset when they're young. They just do what they want. I want to go out and play recess. I want to go play football. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. Right? And it gets trained out of us. And then you get to a certain point. It's like some guys are so upset still by what they're seeing. It's like, I can't have that wife and kids like I always want. It's like, is that truly what you actually want? Maybe it is. Or is that part of the brainwashing? And now you're just going, well, I'm just upset because what I was told I was supposed to want, I can't have anymore. It's like, I'm sitting here like, man, if I know a buddy that gets divorced now, because I'm getting at that age now where there's going to start to be divorces, right? I'm 32. So when I have buddies now that if they get divorced, not only will I be like, hey, dude, finally you might actually want to listen to my channel now, but also it's like, hey, you got your whole life ahead of you, man. You are now a little kid that has grown up and now you have your own resources. Now you can actually explore and do what actually makes you happy. Do what you actually want to do. That is such a gift, man. When you're with women, right? Again, I will tell you guys that. I'm not one of those guys that think there's no value in hanging out with women. I enjoy hanging out with women. Like I said, I can't get the mental sparring anywhere else than with women in a certain arena, right? That social mental sparring, that to me is super fun. Some people hate it. Some people get anxiety about it. But me, when I meet a brand new woman and I know the mental game's going on and I know I'm going to get her to crack before I do, to me, that's exciting. That's part of fun. That's part of, to me, might not be to everybody, But that's part of the life that's great. But guys don't understand. It's like when you commit to a woman, man, you have so many responsibilities. So some guys are like so eager. It's like, man, it sucks. I just wish I could do it. I wish I could find my unicorn. It's like, I'm actually pretty dang happy that I finally have logic to be able to explain to my other buddies or, you know, my parents or family members. They're like, Adam, why don't you want to be married like everyone else? It's like, before I knew what I knew, I had to trick myself. I had to be like, it's just not for me. I like the freedom. I like being single. It's like, the more I've logically broken down, well, wait, it really wouldn't actually work for a guy like me. I have too stubborn of a personality to be put through all these stupid games. The more I understand that, it's like, not only do I have justification for the choice I've made to remain single, now I can say, hey, honestly, if you're honestly wondering why I've been single, go look at my Instagram. Go check out my YouTube channel and just watch some of the videos I'm putting out, because the only girls that can debate me, every guy that knows me in my life, they know that I've dated way more women than any of them. They know I've experienced it, so they can't sit here and be like, well, Adam, maybe you haven't found the right one, because they know I've found way more than I need to sift through. It's the women that are the ones that are kind of like, you know, hey, I don't get it. Why are you still single type thing? It's like the guys, they can be like, all right, I don't have any room to ask Adam why he's experienced more women than I am. But the women that ask, I just can simply go, hey, have you been a single man dating women in the past year or two? And they go, no, I'm not. Of course not, Adam. I go, then you just don't understand. And that's enough for them. That's enough for them, because they can't. They've never dated a woman. So I don't know, guys. That's just for me. I just love the freedom of it, and it's kind of giving me an excuse to be able to live my life the way I like to live my life. I love it. And again, I don't think any other guy should model their life around my life or something else like that. It's like, do whatever works for you. But when I look at all the other guys, like the guys that are married or engaged or all that stuff, they got the long-term girlfriends, they have to do things for her. And they even say it, and it's like, oh man, you're a good dude. I wouldn't do that. But it's like, they're like, dang, I want to play. I want to do this, whatever. I want to play the Rocket League tourney with you, Adam. Like Rocket League, guys, like I told you, that's my new game. I was in Fortnite for a while. I love Rocket League right now. The little car soccer game. But it's like, I get buddies like, Adam, I want to play the 9 o'clock tourney, but I got to do blah, blah, blah. I got to watch a show with the girl. You understand. It's like, sure. I understand. Sure. I understand. But they don't really want to. I can do that. I can do whatever the heck I want. And I can still get the best of both worlds. I can get that mental sparring with women. I can get the sex if I want from women. Like, being single has so many perks, guys. In this day and age, so many perks. All right, guys, I'm not done yet either. I'm not done yet. Let's talk about, yeah, she becomes a business contract whose obligations you have to fulfill. That's a really good way of putting it. And again, what most guys don't understand is like when she said in the video, nice guys actually finish first, right? You nice guys, you have your time. After 30 years old, the women will be happy to find a man like you. Those nice guys don't realize, right, that they not only get the business contract of the marriage, they get the business contract of all of the things they were getting on the CC. Now you have to give her the emotions of Chad and Tyrone. You got to give her the anticipation of Chad and Tyrone. You got to give her everything that she was getting while she was single, amplified now because I chose to settle with you. You understand where her mind's at? I chose to settle with you. You could look at her and go, you're a 49er, as Coach Greg Adams would say. You could look at her and say, I'm bringing way more to the table than you are. But that doesn't matter because she will go, well, guess what? If I logged on to Tinder right now and you logged on to Tinder, I would get 200 matches and you would get 15. So guess what? you better treat me right, or I don't want to hear that. You guys understand, right? The logic won't work with these women because in their minds, and they're not wrong, they're so hot stuff. They're so appreciated by so many different men. So again, right? They're not wrong. It's just that a lot of guys don't understand that if you're winning by the nice guy, man, I built up my life and now she's ready after semen drops from the other 37 guys that she was complaining about the last 10 years. After all of that, she's ready. She's the woman for me type thing. They don't understand that they inherit everything along with that, including, oh wait, it's on this one, I guess. Including this right here. My favorite thing is, because again, my favorite board game, guys, my favorite board game is Dominion. The Curse of Hypergamy. After she dates around, her hypergamy will never settle for a man that she already knows she can get, so by the time she meets a man that should be a great fit for her, she sees him as lesser and takes him for granted or ignores him. That's the curse of hypergamy. That's the problem with her bad boy stage. Psychologically, she will not treat the man the same because of her perceived value that she got while she was on that CC. Women won't understand this. They just won't. There's no point trying to logically break this down to a girl that you think is all cute. Like she's just going to learn it. And our lives have been so different. She won't believe it. I've tried, guys. I've tried red pilling women before. They see it for like a day. And then all of a sudden, the next day, they forget. Because they're a woman again. They live a different life than us. All right, let's go to this last part here of... and then I am going to, if anyone, guys, actually key up in your brains right now. If you have a story, and I want to hear you guys' story about something about if you were a nice guy or a friend of yours was a nice guy. I want to hear some type of story about that if you had about, you know, what you did that was considered nice and how that worked for you. If you have your own story or a story of someone else, think about that because I will have some time at the end here to bring some guys on and kind of tell their stories about that. I think that would be helpful for a lot of people just to hear it from different people's point of view. But let's go. Hold on. We got a few more here. I want to show you guys something. Shout out to Red Pill Rican here. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Shout out to Red Pill Rican on Instagram. I like his channel. He has a good channel. In my opinion. Yeah, I do. So he posted this. You guys know I try to give credit when I know where something's from. Sometimes I get posted things I just don't know where it's from and can't give credit. But here we go. This is an example, guys, of where if you take this nice guy persona and you live by it, this is what can happen to you. And there's really no coming back from this. Just understand this. All right, Red Pill Rican, he says, he posted this thing from this Wedding Digest Naja or whatever. How I dated, planned, and married my wife is a thread. Swipe. Hello, fellas. How would you define your kind of love to your spouse? Are you keen and eager to understand her love language? Hashtag happy life, happy wife. By the way, I have the 5 love languages behind me. I've read it. I've read, you know, even if you think something's silly or whatever, I read those type of books. I want to understand where people believe you should be thinking or mainstream where you should be thinking. All that stuff. Stuff like Steve Harvey, all of his crap advice. I've read his book to understand where people are, you know, thinking about and taking their advice from. So when a girl says, hey, I've read so-and-so's book, what do you think about it? I can ask them questions and try to figure out where their mind's at. So anyway, are you keen to understand her love language? All right, so Ernest Fenton, this Ernest guy is a Betamon. Betamon. All right, how I dated, planned, and married my wife. Dated 0 to 11 months. I showed up at her job with lunch. I dropped her off at work when it was snowing. I cleared my space early on and gave her my undivided attention. I found out what interested her and took an interest in much of it. Okay, so let's take dated 0 to 11 months and let's compare that with what you would say a man on his purpose should be doing. Focusing on himself, building up his lifestyle, building up his skills, his career, trying to get ahead in life. All right, let's take his dated 0 to 11th month, right? Because women will share an alpha. Or even, guys, I prefer more if you look at the actual types, sigma. If you look at like the sigma and alpha types and the beta types. But again, most people understand alpha and beta. So, I showed up at her job with lunch. Okay, is he on his purpose? Is he on his mission in life? He's focused on himself and bettering himself on his career. No, he stopped his day to show up at her job with lunch for her. I dropped her off at work when it was snowing. Can she drive herself? Can she get there some other way? No. Oh, you stopped your day to drive her to work as opposed to focusing on your own work, your own life. I cleared my space early on and gave her my undivided attention. So now I'm giving her all my attention, right? Which is the only way, if you're a simp, to match the level of attention that she's getting from her social media and all that stuff. So he gives her all of her undivided attention. Takes away all the competition and anxiety from women. She knows exactly what he's doing at all times, exactly where his mind is. Horrible idea. I found out what interested her and took an interest in much of it. So what he did is he decided, hey, what is important in your life is more important than what's in my life. So I'm going to start to stop my life, take up your hobbies, take up things you're interested in to show you how much I care about you and your lifestyle. The exact opposite of what women are attracted to. We always say this. Women don't care about your struggle. They wait at the finish line, right? Women don't want you to be dealing in their life going, look, I'm looking at all your interests and hobbies. It's like, no, she's like, stop doing that. My hobbies are stupid. I know that. Everything I'm filling my attention with is dumb. I'm an idiot. I want you to get ahead in life because I'm waiting at the finish line. So stop this. So everything he's doing right here just makes her lose total respect for him anyway. So now we got engagement 1 year. I paid off all of her personal debt before we were married, like he's happy that he did that. I didn't want money to be of concern to her. You don't want money to be You don't want money to be a concern for her? Well, guess what? Guess what? Now I gotta find it because it's not normally in here, but you don't want money to be a concern for her. Let's take this one. How about this? Okay? Hypergamy isn't romantic, guys. It's inside of her. It's looking out for her best interests. Even if she loves you, you aren't immune to this. Everything he did for her. Well, guess what? Her hypergamy isn't romantic. Her hypergamy doesn't slow down. Her hypergamy isn't this biological mechanism that stops her and goes, nope. Say no to the gangbang with Chad and Tyrone and all the other athletes. Say yes to this nice guy over here because he's willing to sacrifice his life for her. Or for you. Her hypergamy doesn't stop her from doing what she wants. It's just always running. So the more she experiences, the more hypergamy goes, this is what we expect, nothing less. So looking out for her best interests. Paid off all of her debts so she didn't have to worry about money. Well, guess what? Now that she doesn't have to worry about money, her hypergamy goes, what do I have to worry about now? What's the next thing I can badger this guy about? If you give an inch, she takes a mile. You took care of all my credit card debt. What are you going to take care of next? Where are you going to fly me out to next? Her hypergamy doesn't work like us men think. Her hypergamy doesn't go, I was sitting in $30,000 of debt and it was weighing on me for 3 years, and now you saved the day and I'm eternally grateful for you. She doesn't wake up every day going, I'm going to thank my boyfriend for saving me from all that date. Her hypergamy is not romantic, guys. Her hypergamy just goes, I don't have money as an issue. What do I want next? What do I want next? This guy's providing it for me. So now that I know I can get this, I should get more. Okay, so I told her how much money I had. Why is this up here? I need to get this out of here. Oh, sorry. I told her how much money I had. I told her how much money I make. I created a trust for both of us. I put some carrots on her finger that represents what she represents to me and what she deserves. Is this Steve Simp Harvey talking to us right now? This sounds like Simp Steve Harvey. This is such a Betamon. 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 My brother's going through this right now, man. Guys, like I said, it's never as simple as you think it's going to be about red pilling someone or waking them up. I already know. I'm just sitting here watching, guys. You know, some of you guys are like, man, I learned about the red pill. I did this or that, and now my friends are going through it. I'm trying to stop them. It's like imagine, for some of you guys that have learned about this for years, you literally just have to watch. You cannot say anything. People don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it until they're ready to hear it. It's just the truth. And like me, right? 32 now, that is the age where all of my buddies have either been married now or they're like, oh, they're itching. Like, I got nothing else going in my life. I better get ready to settle down with some girl. I can't stop them. I can't stop them. I try my best to just plug little things in their mind, but I can't stop them. All right, I phoned and asked her father for his blessing to propose to his daughter. He said, I've been expecting this call. I'm sure she'll say yes because I knew you were a Betamon since the day I met you, just like my daughter knew. Her daughter is like, her father's like, please don't let my daughter screw this up. Let her marry this Betamon. Let her just be set security-wise. Whoo! Please, please, please. Go through with it. Daughter, don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. Like I know you're prone to do. Just get the wedding, and then if you blow it up after that, fine. Just get the wedding. Let your finances be taken care of so I don't have to front them anymore. That's what her dad's thinking. All right, marriage, 1.5 years later. I set up a multiple six-figure life insurance policy. If something untimely happens to me, money will not be her issue. Guys, I'm not this crazy to think that every woman is plotting your death. I'm really not. I'm also not this crazy to think that by putting that idea in her head, that it wouldn't at least cross her mind. Don't. He's like, hey, babe, don't worry. If anything happens to me, your Betamon, you'll be set for life. This guy has no clue the evil workings of the female mind. Oh my goodness. All right. I took her to several countries across Africa, Asia, South America, and Central America because if she is my world, we knew his mind was there, I should show her the world. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is worse than I remember when I was screenshotting these. When I'm all putting it into perspective after we just broke down the nice guys versus simps video, I think that's why I'm so disappointed right now. He flew her everywhere. Flew her everywhere. Where? Okay, so check this out, guys. Right? People are gonna think that I'm being dramatic, which I'm kind of being dramatic here, but let me show you here. I know I got one here. There it is. Okay, we're bringing this right back up, guys. You guys think I'm joking? You guys think I'm joking about this? You You guys understand why I have my texting principles the way they are? Like, I don't understand if some people know how long I've thought about these things. To understand every little text you send matters as far as power dynamics. Every little thing you do matters as far as where her mind perceives you. If you give an inch, she takes a mile. You fly her to every country, guess what? If you believe in space, now she's going to want to fly to Mars. Now she's going to want to fly to Jupiter, whatever. If you give her an inch, she takes a mile. You guys, people have no clue how true this is with women. They have no clue. I tell you, I've said this before, you guys. I'm just being honest. The best way I can, as far as scientific-wise, when I look at a girl that I've done some incredibly freaky things with, and now she's, oh, Adam doesn't want a boyfriend or whatever. Okay, whatever. We're still hanging out with the friend group. Now all of a sudden she hangs out. She's starting to see one of my guy friends. One of my Betamon guy friends. Still love him. Just because it's a Betamon doesn't mean I don't love the guy. And the guy talks to me about what an angel this girl is. Oh, she's so different. Oh, you just don't understand, Adam. It's like, no, you don't understand. You don't understand because I was with the same girl as you, which I don't tell them. And you have no idea the freaky things she would do on day one versus you're 6 months in and you've gotten a makeout from her. You know why? Because the way you play it, if you give her an inch, she takes a mile. In the way that you play it, everything matters. Every single text you send matters these days. Every single one of them does. But this is so true. You give an inch, she takes a mile, and it starts with the little thing. Oh, you're drunk, and all of a sudden you missed her, and you go, hey, I missed you, blah, 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 and you send it, and you go, oh, it's okay. It's like every little thing matters. Are you out of the game completely when it happens? No. But it makes your chances worse and worse. To get her to waiting on you makes it worse and worse for sure. Oops, this one is, let me get rid of this. All right. So he took her to every country. Horrible idea. Oh my gosh. All right, Betamon. I work our plan daily. Our plan daily to retire her 5 to 10 years. Oh, wait. I work our plan? Is this really her plan? You really think that she was sitting here worrying about the finances and all that stuff? I mean, she's worrying about the finances, but she wasn't making a plan about this. He just does us all. This perfect nice guy, man. Perfect nice guy. Treat her like a queen. I work our plan daily to retire her 5 to 10 years early. I make certain her car is serviced, cleaned, and gassed up. When she joins a challenge, I often join with her. This is horrible, guys. Okay. I make certain her car is serviced, cleaned, and gassed up. Okay. If you give an inch, she takes a mile. So guess what happens the morning? I'm going to go crazy here because I know that people don't understand what I'm saying, but you have to understand what I'm saying. I am saying that the same girl that you can look at right now and go, she's such a sweet, nice girl, that same girl will behave horribly. That same girl will wake up one day and go, why is my fuel on empty? And she'll blame the guy because that same sweet, adorable girl, because of hypergamy, because of women becoming, if you've given an inch, she takes a mile. That same one, you fill up her gas, and all of a sudden she expects that every single day. And if that's not done, she's going to hit you for the next thing that she expects every single day. It doesn't go backwards. She doesn't go, oh, I'll let this one slip. You've been so good about changing my car. That doesn't work with women. That's not how women are designed. Just because you as a guy are designed differently doesn't mean that's how it works. I don't know how else to tell guys this. The things I say, it's like, I understand. Again, I say them and I understand from a perspective of most men, even most red pill men. And I go, I get it. They're going to understand parts of this, but they don't really understand that from day one, your expectations and boundaries matter with women about how she'll treat you for the rest of this. But it's so true, guys. It's so incredibly true. So incredibly true. Oh man! All right. Well, let me throw in here. I saw a super chat here. Boop. We got a couple more of these ones here from the Red Pill Rican, man. Okay, hold on. I lost it there. Boom. All right, Jay Rodriguez. Appreciate you, man. Jay Rodriguez says, simps are worse than feminists. MGTOW for life. Yes, I agree. Right? I agree. And this is what I said about the girl, Courtney, or I can't remember what her name was. I think it was Courtney. The girl, the video we went over. What I said that she did so well is that she made a common enemy. No one is going to buy that being a nice guy works with women because every guy that's been nice knows it doesn't work. But some guys will buy it that being nice works. Oh, simps are the real problem. So she did a really good job, right, of creating that common enemy of the simps. Because like we all say, we all know, like simps are worse than feminists. Simps are the worst. So what she did was super smart, strategically wise. Whether she meant to do that or not, I don't know. But anyway, appreciate that, Jay Rodriguez. All right, so when she joins a challenge, I often join with her. Oh, God, this is so gross. All right. Guys. If she... Betamon Billy says... Quote from Betamon Billy. If my queen is getting more fit, then we are getting more fit. She does a fitness challenge. We do a fitness challenge. My God, this guy is sucking on the teat of Happy Life. Or Happy Wife, Happy Life. This guy is buying in fully to this. I empty garbage, scratch her back, rub her feet, and run bath water if needed. Are you kidding me? This guy is, the only way it's going to work is if he fills her every Betamon fantasy. He has to do it perfectly to compete because she's going to see no other value in this guy. He has to be every one of her Betamon. Look at this. Okay, right? So again, the Betamon explained. Just like women with our Pokemon trainers. They have Pokeballs all around their waist. They're grabbing the perfect Pokemon for the perfect situation to battle. Oh, I see a Charizard out there. I'm going to get a water Pokemon. I got the perfect Betamon for this situation. Oh, guess what? So before, this girl goes, oh, I need my house clean when she's on the CC. So she found her Betamon that would come over and clean her house. That was the guy that would take care of, I empty garbage and all that stuff. I rub her feet and run bath water, right? She's got the servant Betamon. Oh, the guy that needs to just scratch her back and listen to her problems, right? She had that Betamon on the CC. But now, right, this guy became the head Betamon. I'm the Mega Betamon. I am the evolved form of the Betamon. I'm the Betamon master. I do all of the Betamon tricks. That's me, your dependable simp. My goodness. So she's taken everything she used to get from the hodgepodge from men. She's getting that all from her Betamon, except the one thing that she was getting on that CC, that crazy, wild, dominant sex, she can't get that from her Betamon because her Betamon goes, oh, hey, my lady, how do you feel? You wanna get down and dirty tonight? Maybe I'll kiss you. Let's go missionary. This is gonna be super fun. Yeah, that is, so she can never get what then she craves most too, is that crazy dominant sex from this Betamon. She will get that elsewhere. The only thing that this Betamon did is he became the replacement from her Betamon providers, but she still is sneaking off with Alpha Chad and Alpha Tyrone to get her seed from those men. All he's doing is fulfilling the rest of her fantasies. All this other crap. I do not cook, but that's the only thing this guy has done right so far. I do not cook, but I told her, you will always eat with me. I don't even know what to say. I want to get a Betamon. Guys, what do you think? Can I work out this deal? Can I seduce some Betamon man and just like these women, not have to give him any sex, not have to give him any physical attention? I'm not into men. But can I just get the perks of the Betamon too? Like these women are? I work hard every day and walk through the door like nothing happened. When my wife calls, I answer. Or my paralegal, laugh out loud. Ha ha, dad joke. Ha ha ha. Hey, you guys know. Ha ha ha. We have house cleaning. She can phone whenever she pleases. And a cook for every holiday because my wife works hard and I don't want her tired. She never has to guess where I am. I'm consistent and transparent. Translation, she has no competition anxiety. She knows that I'm the best that she'll ever do, and I will never stray from her. Therefore, she can get as fat as she wants and be as unpleasant as she wants, and I'll just eat it up because I'm her little Betamon. That's translation. I keep a petty cash drawer stocked so she'll always have cash available. What happens when that one day when the cash isn't available? You're going to get a verbal lashing from your queen. If my wife looks like she's uncomfortable with you, you are gone. I got to get rid of ya. Laugh out loud. But not. I'm not laughing out loud. It's serious. This is whoever this thing is. I'm not going to say this man. Whoever this thing is that wrote this and posted this. They believe they're alphas. They believe that they're the alpha that's providing for her. They're the guy that was willing to make all these sacrifices for her. They believe that they are alphas. They don't see this channel. They don't hear this channel because in their mind, they are alphas and nothing else said, is going to change their mind until family court or divorce court. Then maybe then this guy will open up his mind. But until then, he believes he's her alpha. He believes he's the man. He's able to do everything for her that no other guy was able to do. He's the man. That's what he believes. All right, my philosophy and moral. We got last one here. My philosophy and moral. A man will never reach his fullest potential without the presence of a good woman. To short her is to short self. To deny her is to deny self. We do not play small. We are all in. Fenton life, baby. Betamon life. Betamon. Betamon.
Gotta catch 'em all.
This. Ooh, by the way, I got this little frog. I've had this little frog since I was in like first grade or something. I just recently found it again. I used to put this, it's a frog/toad. It was my lucky frog or toad. I used to put this in my sock before basketball games when I was like a little kid to, give me luck, and my parents just found it, so I got it. And it goes real well with, you got the toad in the background. It goes real well with usually the second half, man. The frogs, the anons, man. Love it. All right, so anyway, this book right here, my favorite book of all time, The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. I love Napoleon Hill. I think Napoleon Hill is a phenomenal writer. I really enjoy reading what he reads. I've gotten like 4 of his books or something. This is the type of stuff that he talks about in his book, is when he talks about like a good woman can push a man to heights he wouldn't ever receive. Now, Napoleon Hill, in my mind, is not at all blue-pilled. He was alive in a completely different world than we now live in, where this was probably a lot more true. But this guy right here is living this mindset without realizing that all of the stakes and standards have changed on women's parts, right? Men are still living with this traditional mindset. Well, a good woman, right? Every man needs a good woman to survive in life because that's what we're fed, brainwashed with all that stuff. But these days, with society and culture, these days with society and culture the way they are, I bet you my man Napoleon Hill would be saying that he would be like one of the MGTOW men. I bet you he would. He's too logical to not understand how horrible things have gotten in this day and age. So the mindset that this guy has is old school. It will no longer serve you. By the way, you guys like that? This is a present from a woman. She gave this to me. Pretty cool. I love this because this is my favorite scene in my favorite Disney movie, Tangled, right here. Look at that. It's actually kind of a big simp scene, but I still like it. Beautiful. Boom. Okay, wait. We do not play small. We are in for life. This guy's horrible. All right. This guy's crazy. Okay. Yes, a lot of men live with the scarcity mindset. Okay. Oh man, I forgot we're not done yet. Oh, woo! This is part of the fun. Sorry if it annoys you as a viewer. This is part of the fun of my ADD mind, man. I forget what's coming next a lot of times. Always keeps me excited. I forgot we have another video or two to wrap this up. Yeah, the Tangled guy has yes he does. Flynn Rider. He's my favorite Disney prince. Flynn Rider. Yeah, he's got more of a red pill mindset until of course in the end she changes him whatever. But nah. My man Flynn. If I had the conversation with my man Flynn Rider, he'd be cool. I would have, guys, I'll be honest. I would have simped for Rapunzel with her long, magical, crazy blonde hair. I probably would have simped. No, actually, I wouldn't because I know it wouldn't work. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, I dug her. But once she got that hair cut and it got all, like, brown and turned and all short like my hair, I'll let Beta Mom Bob take her over after that. Okay, what am I looking for? Okay. I think we're going back here. I don't know, guys. I don't know where the heck I am. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. So, first off, this is a skit. This is just kind of a funny skit, but this is kind of to remind you guys when people are like, oh yeah, be a nice guy. Just be a nice guy for and all that stuff. Just understand, right? Again, this is exaggerated, but it's pretty realistic. In the fact that women want you at the finish line, not any time in your day-to-day. Just watch this.
Yo, my mama, what's your name, girl?
Why are you touching me?
I'm just trying to get to know you.
First of all, you broke. You got that old ass North Face on. Those $40 pawns. Hey, get the fuck out of my face. Step.
You know I'm the man.
Whatever.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that true? By the way, I got a little North Face on here. Just taking shots here. So isn't that the truth, guys? This guy's like looking on and she's like, oh yeah, right. You got no chance with me. As she enters her beat up Jeep. Right? That's the mindset, right? Guys, don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't fall into all that gibbly goo garbage about she loved me at my worst, or if you don't deserve me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best type crap that women will throw at you. She will not love you at your worst, guys. It's just the truth. Not anymore these days. It could be different if you have a grandmother or even maybe potentially a mother. It was a different time, guys. It was a different time. So there's one, and then here's another. This is kind of funny. So this was, check this out, guys. So again, this is from, I think I got this from Coach Greg Adams' Instagram. These girls didn't let us help them jump their car when we asked. Okay, right? So this is just nice guys, just like, hey, I'm going to be a nice person. All these girls need some help jumping their car. They declined.
Oh my bitch, I'm a ghost. I could go on for days and days, yeah, I do the most. Wait.
You guys see that? One more time for you guys. Check it out. These girls didn't want us to jump their car when we asked, right? They're like, hey, do you guys need help with that? They're like, no, we're strong, independent women. So these guys, this is awesome, man. I love these guys for this. So they did what all girls do. They made a TikTok video just showing it. Look at that. They made a little jumpy TikTok. That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff right there. The girls are such hot stuff. We don't need no man. No, get away from me. You're not Chatter Tyrone. I don't want your help. And the car catches fire. Classic. Okay, here we go. Here's the actual last one. Now, to tie it back in with our girl, again, I think her name is Courtney. In fact, yeah, it is Courtney, isn't it? Courtney Ryan. Okay, whatever. So that girl, Courtney, remember, she started by trying to tell us there's a difference between nice guys and simps. And that nice guys finish first. I would almost argue, again, I'm being fair, I could argue a bunch of different sides on this right here, what I'm about to tell you. But I could almost argue, in a way, a nice guy it's worse to be a nice guy than a simp, for the fact that almost no simps will get any type of attention or desire from women. Like, they're pretty much worthless for everyone. They'll get like a like, oh, thanks for liking my photo type thing, right? Simps, but they won't ever even meet up with a woman. Simps are just, women are repulsed by simps. So in that sense, a simp is actually safe from the legalities of intertwining yourself with women. Versus the nice guy can get in a lot of trouble because, right, all he wants to do is be a great husband. All he wants to do is be the great father. All he wants to do is treat her like a queen. That's all he wants to do, protect and provide. So in a sense, the nice guy is a lot more appealing than the simp to women. So in that sense, the nice guy can get himself into a lot of trouble that the simp would never even allow himself to be in because he's just so disgusting. Now, here's an example. This girl is, I don't know if she's a co-host now of the Call Her Daddy with Alex, but she's been on a few times. She explains when breakups are just needed, and understand why when the girl started by trying to give us the, nice guys are better than simps, it's like, understand that being the nice guy does not at all make you immune to a woman's hypergamy and the dating games that are going on in today's world. So check this out.
I think it was the face slapping realization that this just isn't the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. But I've invested 7 years into this. This is a person I care about, who I considered my best friend. There was no specific moment where he did something wrong where I was like, now I know.
Right.
And what I had become and what I was feeling in that relationship didn't feel desired. I didn't feel sexy. And yeah, I think a defense mechanism that people use often is that, well, I know he loves me so much, or I know he thinks I'm so hot, or I know he would never cheat on me. And yes, I knew all of these things. But these things aren't substitutes for in-the-moment passion and in-the-moment desire and
actually feeling it.
Yeah.
It's one thing to know it. It's another thing to actually feel it.
Yeah.
If there is a but, that's really your answer right there. Any doubt in your mind, let this be a sign that you have your answer.
I loved him.
Right.
I still have love for him.
Totally.
But I wasn't in love with him anymore.
Do you guys see the same correlation that my brain sees with everything they just said? Basically, that you can be the nice guy, right? The perfect nice guy. And for 7 years, you can do everything right. And even she says, I love him. I'm just not in love with him anymore. You know why? Because everything women tell us that they want, the simp, the nice guy that showers with them attention, all that, they don't want that. When they get it, they're not attracted to that. So they want it, but they're not attracted to that. So then when they search for the husband that's going to give them that, they're not attracted to the husband or the boyfriend or whatever, and then all of a sudden you hear call her daddy that says
your answer right there. Yeah. If there is a but, that's really your answer.
If there is a but, right? When my mother and women older than my mother would say this, well, at least when they were growing up in maybe a healthy family or whatever, they would say, oh, you know what? Marriage is going to take work. So you got to go in with the right mindset, knowing there's going to be ups and downs, knowing there's going to be a lot of hurdles, but knowing that you want to make it work above all else. So you're willing to fight through that. That is the mindset that almost all women grew up with in that age, my mother and older. These days, it's honestly, if you have any but at all, he's everything I ever could have hoped for, but he's no Chad or Tyrone, right? If there's any but at all, that's your answer. You need to break up with him. Doesn't matter if you're married. You need to be strong, and you got your girls to back you up. You need to do you, sister. If there's no passion anymore, he'll understand. You just have to break up with him. You don't have to live the old rules anymore. It's a new breed of woman, and we are free. That is the danger. That's so the danger. You can do everything right, and I'm just not in love with you anymore because everything you're doing is making me look at you like a Betamon. And when she started with, okay, look at this.
7 years into this. This is a person I care about, who I considered my best friend. There was no specific moment where he did something wrong where I was like, now I know.
Right.
And what I had become and what I was feeling in that relationship didn't feel desired. I didn't feel sexy. And yeah.
You know why she didn't feel desired or didn't feel sexy? Because she was looking around at Alex Cooper and all the other thought friends she has, where they're getting so many men going, oh, I would do anything for you, and liking all of her photos, all that, right? And they're getting jealous that their boyfriend or husband doesn't do all that for them. This is why I say it all the time. I enjoy women. I get there's a difference between men and women, and I enjoy the difference of women. I have fun with that. I enjoy that. I don't have hate in my heart towards women. But when you understand all of this stuff, there's no other way that you can look at this than be like, oh my gosh, this is a problem, because society and culture promote this lifestyle that you're not going to get from your committed husband, and therefore when you're in marriage or whatever, you're going to hear it from all the single friends about what you should be getting, and all of a sudden now, no fault divorce, right? I want out. He was the perfect guy. He was my best friend. Think of Michaela Peterson, right? Jordan Peterson's daughter. Think about that type of thing. We're great. We're great co-parents. I love him. He's such a good guy. I just didn't feel the passion. That is the problem. That is the problem. It's not even that I'm sitting here going, there's not any good women out there anymore. I don't believe that. But I believe that no matter the situation you put yourself in as a man, when you commit legally at this point, all of the power goes into her courts, and now everything in society and culture is all going against you. It's unrealistic. It doesn't make sense to legally commit to a woman these days. It just doesn't at this point in time. Laws need to change, and society and culture needs to change, or you're screwed. Guys, I freaking forgot again. Surprise, surprise. I got more. I forgot. In fact, I'm going to run to my fridge and grab a raspberry just because I knew that I needed to grab a raspberry to finish my 4. And I'll be right back. I got one last bit for you for this one. Okay. Boom. All right, we got some more to show. I forgot about this, man. All right, I'm gonna pat myself on the back for delivering all these surprises that I forgot I had. Okay, so let's see here. We just heard that whole thing. That's a bummer. But now let's go back to. Okay, so tying it all back together. No, we've done this a few times tonight. This girl, right? Again, this Courtney girl, like I said, I fully admit I got good vibes from her, that she seems like a nice girl. Doesn't change the psychology about everything else, about what she's going to be attracted to and all that. I just thought she was a nice girl. Now, let's take a prediction about where her relationship's going to be, because she has a boyfriend. So like I said, I watched one video of her and her boyfriend going over like Q&A about fashion or something like that, because I wanted to get her vibe. I wanted to get how she looks at him, how she, you know, if she's dominant, submissive, all that stuff. I liked how she acted. I also noticed her boyfriend, nothing against him, and I'm almost positive he has ADD as well, which means he has a hard time shutting up. He's got a filter. He talks a lot. I already see that's going to be a problem. He reveals way too much information than she does. Nothing against him or whatever. I'm just giving you my own thoughts about what I've seen. So what I did, right, she mentioned at the end that she has her Instagram. She loved to connect. So I took a gander at her Instagram just to try to figure out what type of girl is this. Let's just see. So let's see. First off, we have... Okay, so here's a picture of her, and she looks good. I have no problem saying she's sexy. She did a good job. Good job for her. So she said, working out is the only thing that makes my days feel somewhat normal. Life is a little weird right now, and so is my hair. Okay, right? Every single girl does this right now, where they're going to put a photo where she looks good out there. That's like almost a thirst trap in a sense, right? Every single girl except for the pastor's daughter at this point in time will do this. I'm not going to necessarily knock her for putting this on here. The yoga photo, right? For her being in a relationship. Now we got... Okay. No, I'll show that one after. So, who is... There it is. Okay, so here's her boyfriend, Teddy. Now, again, I watched one video of them. I already know this guy has ADD. I got some respect for that. I can tell my ADD brothers out there. I know he does, so I'm giving him some, I'm giving him some leeway on that one. However, I would warn him. Even though I think this girl's a nice girl, I just don't like how this is going to play out. So we got here. Teddy and I are planning another Q&A for my channel where we answer non-watch related questions, because this guy's like really into watches, apparently. Okay, so that's her boyfriend. Now, here's what worried me. We heard the Call Her Daddy girl, Lauren, talk about her best friend of 7 years. He's such a good guy. He was like, blah, 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 but she fell out of love with him. Well, I dug a little. Let's check this out. This was before her and her boyfriend were dating. She has different hair there. She still looks good, right? I'm not hating on her. I think she looks good. Courtney says, happy birthday to my roomie, my best friend, and my all-time favorite YouTuber. 26 looks good on you. This was September 24th, 2019. So at one point, they were roommates, and she considered him her best friend. That is what I'm pointing out right here. Just like we heard from the last girl, they were together for 7 years. He was such a good guy. She loves him. She's just not in love with him because they're best friends. They're best friends. Now, a few things that made me a little bit more shaky about this was, one, this pose right here. Guys, again, I'm not trying to hate on my brother here. However, I can easily tell when a man is dressed up by his woman. She dressed him up like a little doll, like she plays all of her, dolls throughout life. Girls play make-believe dolls. They figure out what Betamon they want, and then they go, right, he's going to look good in this outfit. He's going to look good in this outfit. And then they make you over, change you, and then all of a sudden you change for me. I'm not into you. I'm just saying, I see this happen with some of my buddies too. Their style changes, and all of a sudden, ooh, who dressed them in that? This was a warning sign for me. I saw this, I was like, uh-oh. There's a lot. I could point out specifics, guys. I'm getting the vibe here. Now, here's where we got some problems here. Check this out. She posted, right? Her boyfriend is Mr. Watch Guy, likes expensive watches. She posted this. This is like earlier on in there. You know it's love when he's traveling and leaves behind his Rolex for you, wink face. She's wearing his Rolex. You know it's love when he's traveling and leaves behind his Rolex for you. Of course she likes nice guys. Of course she likes nice guys. And the last one, right, that kind of struck out to me is a thing that she posted. It was a recent post she had. Definitely not as bad as a lot of the thought women out there. I'm not calling this girl a thought by any means. Again, I liked her attitude more than a lot of girls that I see. But she had one of these pics, of course, with the caption of like nothing that was anything to do with this. This is a recent post she has. She has a boyfriend, right? It was something about details, designer details or something like that, right? Good looking butt. Posting that. Why are you posting that? Why are you posting that with a man? Why are you posting that with the boyfriend, especially when she's starting to talk about relationship or dating advice and she's getting hundreds of thousands of views and all these guys are starting to flood her Instagram? So, they say that what? Power corrupts absolutely at some point? Like absolute power corrupts absolutely. Maybe like I said, my initial inkling was right. She's a nice girl. Seems like a nice girl. I know many nice girls that I would go, I don't think she has any intention of ill harm with her husband or boyfriend. I know a lot of women like that. But I also know psychology, and I know if they've lived that lifestyle, that fast lifestyle, that regardless, when they get married, it won't be the same. That's just what I know about psychology. So even if she's a nice girl, I see pictures like this, I see hundreds of thousands of views on certain things, and now I go, there's going to be a problem. Is this tons of attention going to go to her head? Is it going to corrupt her? I don't know. Again, I will say it again 1 million times. I hope these two, if they both want, I hope they stay together and have a very happy marriage or life or whatever they do. I really hope so. I just am concerned. And that's with a girl that I go, I think she seems like a nice girl. So that is some dangers, guys, of the nice guy, about what can happen, falling into that lifestyle. The old alpha seeds, beta needs, man, that can get wild real fast. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I do want to, if we have anyone ready, I'm going to put the link in here to allow anyone that wants to pop in here. And I want to hear some takes about nice guys. Whether you were a nice guy and what happened, how did that work out for you? Or whether you know somebody that was a nice guy and how that worked out for them, or maybe you're seeing it right now. I just want to get some dialogue on that moment. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm copying the link. I'm going to post it here in the chat. You'll have to just copy and paste it in there, and then I'll have you guys come in. I'll post it again in a minute. So anyway, all right, now is we're waiting for that. You know, I can get, I think, like 4 people to fill in there if they do. We'll get a few guys in here. Hey, appreciate that. Super chat. Actually, you know what? I want to see if it comes up. Guys, watch my super chat here on the top left. Come on, baby. See if I caught it in time. I got my raspberry, by the way.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
There it is. Oh, it doesn't show up. Oh, I got this layer over the top. Okay, I understand now. Learning things. Anyway, thank you, Oblivious. Love how you pick up on small details. Thank you. Sometimes it drives my own mind crazy because I pick up on small details everywhere I go. And it's like, oh, crap. You can't escape it sometimes, so I'm glad you appreciate that. Thank you. All right, looks like we had someone pop in here. Oops, I didn't say yes in time. But anyway, let me show you one more thing here, guys, as we're getting to that. Let me put it in the chat again here. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm going to show. Oh, yeah. All right, so I told you guys last week, right? I told you guys, and this is part of it. Part of my ADD, man. I gotta stay. I gotta have some like goals to check off, or it's hard for me to stay focused. I know I have a. There it is. All right, so my daily vlogs, guys. Last time I made it, this is the longest I've ever gone with daily vlogs on my website. 9 in a row. Guess what? It's up to. This streak, baby. This streak is going. It's up to 16. 16 days in a row. Most of you don't care, but I do. Daily blog posts in a row at my website, right? I'm trying to do this every single day until I catch up, and then I'm going to have, videos on my website before they come out on YouTube or anywhere else. So there we go. 16 days in a row. I love it. Let me show you guys just so you guys, can know where you get it. Like I say, my blog will always be free. Always, always, always. So let me see if I can share this. Can I share? I can. Of course I can. Let me get rid of that. Pop. Okay. Let me get this up here. Boom. All right, so you go to textingprince.com, sexy website, of course, and you click blog right there. Blog. Boom. And now we got I gotta go over here. Look at this. All of these videos that I post, right? Whatever one you want to watch, you can just click right then. Look at this sexy guy, probably.
She will gladly become.
Okay, that one I have a little intro too. Look at, then you see a sexy guy. There he is. Our internal need for rules and structure. Did I get that in? Oh man, my sound effect didn't work? What the heck? Come on. I know I got that in there. Oh.
You sexy thing, you.
Okay, right? Boom, baby. But look, there's more. You can click on it, and look at this. You got the whole blog now, right? I'm doing the blog every day. So, anyway, guys, there you guys go. I got someone. Oh, Gabriel, I'm gonna put you in here, Gabriel. I don't have you on here yet, so you're just in the green room, just so you know that you're in there for a moment. I don't have you on yet. I'll let you know when to mute. But okay, now one more thing, guys. One thing that I'm not, and I'm going to have up within the next probably day or two, is my February special here. Can everyone see me? Heck yeah. Okay. So for this month right now, guys, if you guys want texting school, right, where I'm going to break down everything I know. In fact, I have, you guys can't see me anyway right now. Everything about texting school for this month of February. If you buy texting school, you will get my entire online dating course, Swipe Right, where I break down how to dominate the online dating apps, how to set up your profile, how to set up your pictures, how to write a challenge in your profile, how to message women. That will be free for you guys for the month of February. And like I said, later the next day or two, the other February special is that if you already have texting school or whatnot, or you just want the online dating program, you're going to be able to get that for 50% off at my website. I don't have that ready yet, but it will be within the next day or two. So let me get back to my face. Is this? Boom. Okay, boom. Yep. So that's on my website right now. So you guys find that textingprince.com, blah, blah, blah. Again, I'll have, if you just want the online dating part, I'll have that ready for you. But, I mean, I go into everything. We talk about your pictures. You get like a PDF printout for all this stuff. Videos. I talk about what pictures to put, what pictures to not put on there. How to set up your profile to get women to message you first. I show you examples of what to do, how to crop certain ways to make your picture. Guys, I've done this for so long. I've done this literally, like I said, for over 10 years of online dating. I've learned every way to do it. So anyway, I got all that ready for you guys for the monthly special. And again, if you want, I have all this stuff printed off. This is how I go over all my stuff, make sure everything's covered. I got all of my texting school. If you go through this, we got 12 levels. You get packets explaining each goal, every little thing you can think of. And then you got videos, you got PDFs, all that stuff in the courses for you. Any of you guys, you try it out, man, you know where to find me. You have any complaint, you don't like it, full refund. That's how I work. I'm a teacher by heart. If I give you bad information, bad advice, you shouldn't pay. That's just how I feel. So anyway, guys, that is there for you guys at my website for February. That's kind of the special I did. And then from here on out, guys, I want to hear if there's anyone else. I got Gabriel online. I'm going to get Gabriel in here so we can chat with Gabriel here. We'll do a couple calls while I'm finishing up my beers. Wait, I want to go back here. Let me go to here. I think this will work for this. Yeah, Gabriel. Okay, so Gabriel, I'm about to add you in here. I'm going to add you on the right here. And
yo.
Yeah, hey, cool. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Awesome. All right. What's up?
Long-time listener, first-time caller. So
beautiful. Love it. Hey, talk to me. You got the airtime now.
Yeah, what I was thinking about when you were talking about, I know you talk about the Disney movies and stuff, so I was thinking about it. I'm 32. I think I'm maybe a little bit older than you, a year or two or something, or about the same age. Right?
I'm also 32.
Yeah, so same age. So we grew up on those Disney movies the same way that women did. But we were told by our fathers kind of like, be nice. Where the women weren't really encouraged to do that. The good women were probably quiet, and the modern women would tell the girls, no, you don't have to be like that. So even the more like alpha fathers would be like, no, you shouldn't treat women the way I treated your mother. Something like that, right? They'll have like some kind of regret for this old style of machismo, where the women is kind of the opposite. They're like, oh, I was never outspoken, so you should speak up. And so men were pushed by their fathers one way, women were pushed by their mothers the other way, and we're like both being showed in the same like movies, but the messaging is different. I don't know if you kind of get what I'm saying.
I get it. I get 1,000%. I think you just brought up such a great point of view, because this is honestly why it's so hard when I talk to men, is because women have such a different life. Everything since birth, like you even just said, they're being told one thing. They're being told, this Disney princess waited for her prince. You don't need to wait for your prince. So they're being told that. They're also being told princes should compete after you, like we see in the Disney movie, right? Pursue. You should just be competed after. And then even more so, and the reason why I love Disney so much is because when I was a classroom teacher, again, that's how I could connect with the children, is they were watching Disney movies. So I could bring up a Disney movie. I could, say, just like in this movie, and then we talk about things and I could break it down from. Well, in Disney movies today, like Frozen 2, they have the whole main plot line is basically the girl is the hero of the story, and the guy is just drumming her along, waiting for his chance to propose to her. That is his whole character now in that movie, and she is the one exploring, having an adventurous life. She's the one saying, no, not now, don't propose. She's like being the masculine guy. So what you're saying, not only did it happen, but now even the movies we're seeing are even flipped even more to be like female empowerment. And now women have two choices. You can be female empowerment, or you can still have a prince come after you. Guys still only have the one choice. Pursue.
And especially, I don't know what it's like for kids like now, this like newer generation. I hope that the boys coming up now are going to be a little tougher than guys our age, right? I think part of it may just be our generation. The guys got real pussified. I'm hoping the pendulum is going the other way, and now these other kids, if they're 10 years old now, in a few years they'll see it and just see this bullshit. Hopefully shit'll balance out, but it's hard to say, but I think most of my friends, I think it's the default for like our age group to try to be the nice guy. I've tried simping just because I was defaulted as the nice guy, and I'm like, well, this shit isn't working. Let me try simping. And, even at that point, I'm like, I'll fucking do anything to get pussy. This is like when I was going after girls. And then after a while I got successful, and then I was just like, this sucks. Like, I was lying or just being fake, talking about like, astrology and bullshit like that. And but it would work. But I'm also like, this sucks. I don't want to do this. This is like effort for something that's really not worth it.
Yeah,
So,
you brought up some good points too, and that's kind of the difference between what you would say is like maybe like a pickup artist. Like that's where a lot of people go is they hear, well, pickup artists, they just say whatever they need to get in her pants, and then that's a form of simping in itself because you're kind of pedestalizing her, and it is in a sense, right? You're saying whatever you can, and that just gets exhausting at a certain point. Like I played all those games, I tried all that stuff, and then at a certain point you just try to do things smarter, better, and not have to do all that crap. But I got a quick question for you though. So because we are about the same age, what do you notice as far as your male friends around this age? Are most of them at this point married, or are most of them checked out of the game, or are they somewhere in between?
no, it's either one or the other. There's no like in between. And I'm kind of checked out of the game, but most of them are married or they just failed at the game. I checked out. Like I was doing pretty good and I stopped. I kind of left on a high note. A lot of my friends just they just never grew a pair. They just weren't good with women, or they're married. There's not really an in between. I'm like one of the few guys that was like successful with women, and then I was like, I'm not, I'm one of the MGTOW guys. So I'm like, okay, I'm not getting married or whatever. A lot of my friends that are single, it's not by choice. Probably if they got into a relationship, it'd just be like some fat dumpy girl and they'd get married. So.
Yeah, no, that's a good point too. Do you find though that do you find that guys your age then too, like do they try to, I don't know if this is gonna make sense, do they try to talk a big game almost like oh yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship anyway, but then all of a sudden when any girl shows them attention, do you see that they would totally change that, or do you see some guys that are just kind of like, I'm single, I'm happy being single, I'm not even trying?
No, I wouldn't say they talk a big game, but I see like when they get female attention again from like pretty much any girls, they it's not that they simp, but you could see that they're willing to simp, It's just like they get so excited when a girl gives them attention. So for me personally though, I have concerns for myself that I've become kind of bitter through the experiences, just I've been burnt a lot. And even though I've had a lot of good experiences, it's just like, I feel like almost everything ends in like some stupid way, in some bickering or something. I don't know if that's me bringing it into it, but I would like to date again. But as I'm getting older, I start seeing, all the women our age, you start seeing the cracks in them. The women, like, they look good 10 years ago, they look good 8 years ago, and you're like, now this lady, this chick's looking like a lady. It's not the same thing. So
it's not the high school cheerleader that you simped over in high school, right? Anymore. Now she comes back at 35 and she's looking a little different.
Yeah, women, they're like flowers. A flower, you look at a dandelion when it's like the brightest yellow, best bloom. That's a girl when she's 18. When she's in her 30s, you're starting to see the brown spots and a little bit of wilting. It's just nature. I'm not trying to hate on it, but it's also nature for me to see it. So.
Yeah. Well said. And I love to hear that perspective too, because right, I think a lot like you with that. It's nature. We're just observing nature. Some women go, to say women hit the wall at blah blah blah. It's like, but it's reality, right? I could ask a girl, like, look at all your friends that are 30 or above. Do they look as good as they did at 20? And they'd be like, no. And it's like, well, that's what I'm talking about. But women think they come in like it's such a hateful thing. It's like, no, we're just trying to speak truth and trying to give guys a clear compass about what they're about to see. But yeah, I mean, well, we got another interesting couple of years at our age here, just to kind of see our friends and see where it goes.
It just becomes a question of like, okay, if I'm gonna start dating again, what age bracket do I want to look into? Every time, like once in a while, I dip my toe back into online dating, and I'm not quite as good as you as parsing out the things, but I'm pretty good at understanding what they're saying. And so much of it's encoded, I'm a retired hoe. So much of the profiles are just saying I'm a retired hoe. I'm like, it's just discouraging, Part of me is like, well, should I compromise and be like, hey, I've been around the block also. But also I'm like, this fucking, it's not the same thing. Even though it's a double standard, man. It's just also kind of reality,
It is
So-
true. And I mean, double standards work both ways. Just like, women are allowed to hit men, but men can't hit women. So there's going to be double standards that women hate. Oh, you can sleep with whoever you want, but I can't, right? They hate that, and they'll talk about that all day. But if I said, well, hey, what about this? Men can hit each other all the time, and you have no problem with that. But men hitting you, all of a sudden, that's an uproar, right? They pick and choose the double standards. But you're right. I mean, there's double standards that work definitely both ways.
And just another thing, I know we're kind of going on a lot of topics. I'm not a mask guy, no COVID, whatever, but you get all these women. I live in New Jersey, right? So I'll go to Manhattan. I'll see these girls running by themselves. They have a mask on. They're running totally by themselves, and they're super fit. It's like a religion. It's like Jewish people wearing yarmulkes.
Yeah.
To these girls, it's like wearing a yarmulke on their face, right? They're like showing you this is my religion. But I'm like, you'll wear this thing to prevent you from this thing in the air, but you'll let how many guys dump loads in you, and there's nothing in those loads, right? Nothing in there is going to get into your system, right?
If Dr. Fauci came out on the CDC and said, hey, women, stop having sex, COVID's being transmitted, all of them, all of them would start putting a mask down there. They listen to their little minion
Right.
leader there. But yeah, no, that's a great point. That's a great point. They're so careful. I see these like funny memes now. It's like, oh, sorry, I had to break up with you. I found someone that believed in vaccines and you weren't it. So like they laugh about it. It's like, but it's like, that's a very good point. They're worried about some disease in the air, but it's like, hey, Chad, Tyrone, pump me up, fill me up.
Yeah, not worried about what's in that. So
yeah, man. Well, hey, I appreciate
ridiculous.
that. Hey, thank you for coming on here. Gabriel, I'm just letting you know, Gabriel, we're gonna have you on here next here in just a moment. But any last words for you?
No, man, it's cool. It was cool talking with you. I'll come on.
Oh, my bad. Wait, you are Gabriel. You are Gabriel.
Yeah, I am.
The other guy just popped out. Never mind. My bad. But hey, this is good stuff, and man, it's fun. Like-minded, another 32-year-old around the same age. It's hard to find. It's hard to find people that think similar these days, but
hey, the red pills.
The red pills, they're spreading, just like we saw in the comments of this video. They are spreading. People are getting wiser. But
yeah, keep doing it, man. So many times I watch your videos, you just crack me up. So
good. I like to hear that. Hey, one quick thing here. What do you like? What cracks you up about videos? I'm just getting a little content creator feedback.
No, it's just the content you find. I used to be on the MGTOW subreddit, and then it got quarantined. I took Reddit off my phone entirely because there's so much fucking schemery and bots and shit on Reddit. It's just like it was messing up my day-to-day life. So I just deleted it off my phone. So I don't look at a lot of that content anymore. But I'll watch your videos. So you're showing me like all the stuff that man. But you're picking out the good stuff, so that's what I'm seeing. So
good to know. Yeah, I felt the same way when Reddit or MGTOW Reddit got pulled down. I was super bummed, but I still am subscribed for female dating strategies. And now I subscribe to the Call Her Daddy podcast just in case anything interesting comes out.
I personally can't look at that stuff because it just gets me worked up. But I'm glad you're digging through it. You're digging through the needles, finding the grossest ones and showing them to me. I'm like,
oh man, I tell you what, I would hate to go through I would never spend my time doing it other than it's content and it's able to teach people these things, and they've made it so easy for us. But yeah, I mean, I understand why guys don't, but it's good to hear that too, right? Like hey, I don't want to dig into that anymore, but now at least I get my dose of that when I come to your channel.
Right.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want to, part of me wants to just, take the blue pill, like the guy in the Matrix that betrays them.
Cypher, is it Cypher? That guy.
Cyrus or something.
Or like something like that. Someone will know in the chat.
Yeah, it's like that guy. Part of me wants to be like, you know what? If I don't look at the content, then out of sight, out of mind. But also, part of me knows, like, I got to look at this shit because it's crazy how bad it's gotten. It's crazy. I try to tell people, and anyways, I also don't want to tell people because it's kind of yeah.
Where do you start? I mean, you know me. When I was talking about the second half presentations of my live stream, I wanted to tell people about what I thought was going on, like the child trafficking rings and all this other crazy stuff. Where do you start without being crazy? It's same with the red pill. If you're trying to start somewhere with your friends, where do you start without them going, "Oh, you're just bitter. You're just..."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Whatever. What are you going to do? It's just how it is, man. And,
Hey.
you know, a lot of times, you know, did you see the movie Shutter Island where the guy chooses at the end? He just chooses to get the lobotomy with Leonardo DiCaprio.
No,
Leonardo
maybe I've seen it a long time ago, but that's not
That's,
Inception.
you know-
Shutter Island. Oh yeah. Is that where they
Shutter
that super creepy island and there's like a mental hospital there or something like that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right,
okay.
right.
Yeah.
So he remembers that his wife killed his kids or whatever. So he chooses to get the lobotomy to remove it from his brain. I think a lot of guys are like that, and I know a lot of guys are like that for a fact. They see the fucking thing, they take a red pill, and then they're like, this is too much. You know? They're like, I can't operate in the world like this, so they just go back. And I don't blame them, especially if you're deep, you know, if you got kids or you're married or whatever, and then you kind of see through the game, you kind of see what's happening, you're probably better off just going back in it, you know?
Yeah.
You can really fuck up your life. So,
It's true,
I don't have
especially if
kids,
you're in
I'm
the
not
middle.
married.
Yeah, especially if you're in the middle, like you said. Like, how can some guy awaken to this and then awaken to his life and be like, man, I'm living in the blue pill nightmare, basically? It's like, psychologically, I don't think the brain would allow you to do that until you're ready. It's just how it is.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, again, if it'll fuck up your life enough, you just maybe it's conscious, maybe it's subconscious, probably subconscious, but I'm sure sometimes it's conscious. You know, the guy looks at the MGTOW thing, or he sees Coach Greg Adams. Oh, what's this guy about? Watches one thing, and he's like, yo, I gotta turn this shit off. You know, because it'll just fuck him up.
And it's funny because I hear guys tell me that if anyone says something, I got a lot of guys that pressure my buddies that are like dating a girl like into marriage, and I will be the one person on the other side being like, hey, I know everyone pressures you into it. Just know I will support you if you take your time or decide not to do it. And I've said that to guys, and they even say kind of like, yeah, Adam, I know how you feel about relationships, right? They kind of bundle it up like, oh, I know you. You're the guy that doesn't like relationships. You think no one can. So they're not ready to fully dive in yet. They're ready to hear it and be like, I don't agree.
One of my best friends, he had a wedding. I didn't go, but I interacted with his wife to be when it was his fiance. One time I met her, and she was flirting with me like too hard for the one time I met her. I'm like, this isn't good, you know? I didn't say anything, but part of me is like, you know, it's hard thing. Should you say something? Like, I hate to be presumptive, but, you know, I got very strong thought vibes from her, you know? It's like, do you say something? And now if something, you know, they're going to call you a dickhead either way. Like, how dare you say something about whatever, right? But then 5 years down the line, when she takes him for a ride, are you the bad guy for, no one said anything? But
yeah, I think you're the guy that they appreciate later in life, and they don't give you any appreciation yet. But when that time comes, they'll be like, they'll remember those small spots where like, dang, Gabriel was trying to help me out here. He was trying to show me something that I wasn't ready to see. But you will never get that appreciation until years down the road, until they're ready for it. And then they're like, dang, now I have everyone else. And then it happens to them, and they're like, am I the crazy one? And then they start to go, oh, that one guy I heard talking about, Gabriel was talking about this a long time ago. Now I can ask him about it, right? Because you become one of the only persons that's not blue-pilled in their world.
yeah, you know, I'm not infallible. I hope I'm right. You know, that's how I got to get through life, you know. I hope I'm doing all right, but
fair enough. Wise mindset. Well, hey, thank you for coming on in here and giving us your perspective.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, bro.
All right, hey, take care.
Yeah, sayonara.
See ya. Still don't rescue them. I see that from Arlander. Yeah, good stuff, man. I see someone said watch Anthony Spade's channel and one of his videos explains the talk. Well, I'll reach 80 years before death. Just live. You guys, this is so funny. When I see some of your guys' avatars, when I'm checking out a new channel and stuff, I love when I'm reading the comments. I'm like, oh, I know this guy. And I see some like red pill comment on you guys. I'm like, oh, I know this guy. I've seen him comment here before. That's good stuff. I see you guys on some other videos, too. It's a good time. I was a blue pill alpha. Got effed over in my LTR for years. So I took the red pill a year ago, and it 100% changed my life. Republic are awesome. Yeah, great. See, this is the type of stuff that if you have stories like that, I want to hear them. Come on in. I'll put the copy link down. Boom. There you go. But yeah, man, it's just a different world. It's just a different world. I have such a different thought in my mind about things now than I used to have. About, like, you know, the guys that remain single. Sometimes you hear stories about them. Oh, they're just a narcissist. They're just a blah, blah, blah. And it's like the older you get, you go, well, maybe that's a guy that I actually want to go and pick his brain a little bit. Because he found out way sooner than a lot of other people. But, yeah. All right, guys. Good stuff, man. This is a lot of fun. Hey, again, reminder. I personally believe I want all people to be good human beings. I want everyone to be a nice guy, a nice girl, a nice person, right? But that doesn't change what's happening with psychology. Oh, wait, hold on. We're going to get Cash First in here. Hold on. We're going to get Cash First in here. I know Cash First knows how to talk. Let's get in here. Cash First, I'm going to get you in on the right here. Boom, what's up?
Oh, snap. You're worked, yo. This is amazing.
Live. What's up?
What's good, brother, man? Yo, before I even get into, like, dialogue or anything, I just want to say, between you, Coach Greg Adams, Red Pill Rican, Ted Santos, and Young Men's Daily Red Pill, and Strong Successful Male, like, holy shit, you guys are saving lives. The number one video I advocate hard body for everybody to watch is a 10-year MGTOW prediction. Because holy shit, that video will always earn a...
You got the soundboard going on over there too. I love it.
Yeah, brother, man. Now, I just saw this pop up right now on my Instagram. I just finished wrapping up a live interview with a female libertarian. You know, I'm a hardcore libertarian, pro-constitution, full-blown self-ownership, etc. to summarize that. And what I'm doing with, like, my podcast and my channel, I'm trying to get women out of that cocoon of shyness and fear, you know, and escape that blue-pilled indoctrination of ignorance and not being informed about our constitutional rights and all this legislation that does infringe on our rights and make us criminals, pretty much. So it's starting to work. Now, with that being said, guys like you, Coach Greg, and all the other greats are providing this information to men, because also as a libertarian, I'm not a father. I'm an uncle of a ton of kids. We advocate for fathers' rights as well. Now, a lot of men at some point in their lives, if they're not fathers right now, wanted to be fathers. I'm right now similar to you. You know, we're in our 30s. I decided, you know what? Due to current laws and female behavior, maybe I don't want to be a father. You know, I enjoy sleeping, how you always talk about. I enjoy, like, whenever I have full-blown free time and I'm not, like, doing some exercise, video games. Shout out Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty.
Any Rocket League up in that?
I've never heard of that game, actually, brother. If you could educate me on that.
Oh, it's a side. It's literally just like soccer with cars. It's not. I just threw that in there, but no, keep going. I didn't want to distract you. My bad.
Nah, it's all good. It's dope and shit. But it's dope that you guys are providing this now, because I was foreseeing this. I swear to God. I'm next to my window. God strike me dead if I'm lying. Since back in 2004, 2005, because I was a kid/teenager in the 90s. And New York City in the 90s, we had a mass exodus, particularly of men, simply because child support laws, crazy girls that they might have like had like a one-night stand with, like showing up to their door. Because you remember back then, technology wasn't advanced. Yep. You go and smash a 49er, you know, and then a week or 2 weeks without hearing from you, she's at your door like, you know, where the F are you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be careful with profanity and all that. But yeah, B, so I foresaw like all of this stuff coming because the legislation, and then as technology began to advance, these women, God bless them, I'm not saying it's all, but it is the vast majority, hypergamy just took off. I work with cell phones. I'm not going to say the company, keeping it anonymous. And I do not look through anybody's phone, keeping it as a disclaimer as well. But being that I work with cell phones, when they pass me the cell phone, you see the females' notifications, 40, 50 DMs. These girls come in with their boyfriends. They're flirting with me when the guy's not looking, sometimes even in front of me, asking me, like, what do I like to eat, if I would ever like to hang out. And I'm just like, whoa, like, hold on. Like, are you trying to, like, create a war right now between this guy and I? Why would you put him in that predicament as well? You could be walking anywhere with your girl and real quick, she just, and you don't know what she's doing. And it's horrible because for close to a century already, men have been labeled dogs, garbage, useless, pieces of you know what, sugar, honey, iced tea, and all that. It turns out the whole time, women have been doing just as much, if not more stuff, and I'll explain why. Number one, men, since the dawn of time, we have been more the ones to break the ice, so women have way more opportunities with men in contrast to us men having opportunities with women, hence the CC. Along with that, the sneaky, elusive behavior of women, how Coach always says they maneuver like cats, very sneaky, and it's rare that you see cats mating and all that. Red Pill Rican, he did some information and he dug up, is an interview, pardon me, a video months ago, but I'll never forget it. Several different women throughout the United States had letters, written letters back in the time period of the Titanic, while married to their lovers. You know, not the husbands they were with, but to the guys probably living a few miles away. Oh, I long for the day I get to see you again. Let's keep this between us. And it's just like, wait a minute. This whole time, we've been getting called garbage and all this stuff. But then when we come to find out, women do it too. The hypocrisy is crazy. So, you guys, you've been saving a lot of lives. The 10-year MGTOW prediction, that video is a masterpiece. And I thank God that you did an updates on it. I hope that there's going to be annual updates on it as well. And what I advocate for, because I'm seeing a lot of these female wing girls, dating coaches, trying to tell us, how to approach women, blah, 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 and all that. But they don't mention legislation that's currently active, the Me Too laws, sexual harassment and all that, false allegations. There was a story, this one guy helped a woman change her tire, I believe it was, either that or get a jump start somewhere. And thank God it happened. I'm not religious, and I just believe in the almighty power, which we call God. Before anybody comes, he's preaching religion. No. Yep. So the female, for some odd reason, tried to fabricate a case against this guy who did nothing more than help her. And thank God it was in a public area near a gas station where, even though, Big Brother is an infringement on our Fourth Amendment, thanks to the surveillance, it proved his innocence. So these women out here constantly demanding equality, demanding to be respected as independent and recognized as women who could do for themselves. Why aren't we as men saying, all right, laws are against us. These women are out here rhetorically talking about how they want equality and that they'll take charge, blah, blah, blah. I am woman, hear me roar. And some of them, like, they take it all the way to the extent of letting us know, I am a nasty woman. So this is like what I think we should be doing. Not saying you don't do it. I'm just saying in general for the guys watching and for the females who are going to watch as well. Why don't we start putting the ball in the females' courts more often? Again, we got legislation against us. Women are advocating for equality and wanting to be respected as the gender that could also take charge. So, all right, here y'all go, ladies, especially since y'all get way more options than us. You have a higher winning percentage with the opposite gender. Why don't you just take the action overall. You know, I would love to see that happen more frequently because I'm doing these interviews with females to provide the women who aren't politically involved or taking any type of action, you know, putting the big girl pants or dress on. Like, hey, look, here are some examples of the good women, the few but good women that are actually doing it. Y'all could do it too. Y'all preach equality and all this other stuff. Y'all want to be respected as self-owned individuals. So, all right, live up to the words that y'all preach. You know, I won't take more of your time, but
let me ask you something on that though. So,
okay,
do you believe then? So, how do you see that playing out? Do you believe that at some point women will? Because this is something that you and I and probably everyone watching this right now knows, is that if a male commits suicide, it doesn't matter. If a female commits suicide, it's a big deal, and now we got to look into the psychological trauma that she's faced in her life. So we know that if a guy has a problem, it doesn't matter. Family court, divorce court, well, whatever, doesn't matter. But if a woman runs into those problems, now it's actually gonna get taken notice of. Gynocentric society. So do you actually believe that this will happen, or what do you believe will happen in the future with women taking charge of this? What do you believe?
I'll answer that right now. Just some to my boys watching who don't know political verbiage. Gynocentric means anti-male system, just in case.
Okay.
Like, you know, there's
thank you for that. That actually is helpful because I always try to clarify that for other people I'm watching. I'm like, people might not know what he means there, so I'm glad you did that because it's a blind spot for me.
Yeah, because you know I'm here in New York City. The level of urban ghetto dictionary is extremely high in comparison to the political verbiage that describes what's currently occurring. So when I translate it to people, I was about to curse. The guys around my way comprehend it better. You know, another example, when I explain to them, the incumbent is a political term for the current position holder. So, all right, to answer what you just asked me, it could go two ways. Okay. Number one, if us men continue to simp, continue to bypass legislation, remain oblivious, and approach these women, we will see zero change. Why? Because they're still getting all of the leverage, all of the benefits, all of the advantages, even though they're preaching the total opposite, that they don't want leverage, they don't want the advantages, that they're willing to make the first move, blah, blah, blah. So we have to do our due diligence and stop, retreat completely. Hey, all right, you ladies wanted it and the law's on your side. Here y'all go. Make it happen. Pop them threes. You know, show us what y'all got. You know, y'all strong and independent women, hear me roar. Now, the good part of it is the more men who watch the 10-year MGTOW prediction, because that video answered the question you just asked me. As men choose to start falling back, and, you know, some guys are raging blue capsules, because I know if I say PILL, that could get,
I don't even know at this point all the words, and it's too exhausting for me, but you're probably right on that one, man.
Yeah, brother, man, and especially your channel. I would hate for anything to happen to your channel, because without your channel, there's no me. You inspired me so much that it's just like, hell no, I'm not letting it happen. So we have to embrace the 10-year MGTOW prediction, realize that legislation is against us, and just like anything in life, when you step away from things, it comes to notice sooner or later. There's times I go to work and I'm quiet and the girls come, hey, you're not talking, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. They're seeking engagement with me, you know, and I noticed that has helped me a lot more with females. Now, I'm not saying there's a one size fits all, because again, some of these women are very critical, even though they don't like being criticized. Yep. You might get called a creep and all that, but let me tell you, son, it's a lot better to be called a creep for your respect of boundary and your minimal conversation, rather than to be called a creep for simping and being overly aggressive, because these women are like Rubik's Cubes nowadays. Oh, I want ice cream, but I don't want ice cream. I want a guy to approach me, but I don't want a guy to approach me. It's never the right time to approach them at the mall. Hey, almost profanity again. Hey, guy, I'm shopping. at a restaurant. Hey, I'm eating in the club. I just came here to dance with my girls. Go away. It's never the right time to approach them. So we have to embrace, please, brothers, everybody watching. I think I saw there's like 200-300 people in here. The numbers might have gone up. And also, fellas, smash that like button. Feed the algorithms. Because women do it for their fellow females all the time, and that's why they be women. These women unite like piranhas.
Oh yeah,
so we gotta do the
everything.
same thing. Smash that like button. We have to embrace the 10-year MGTOW prediction and start falling back. That is the #1 video I shared to every single guy, simply because you kept a calm tone. Because if I show like God bless Coach Greg Adams, Red Pill Regan, but like the more aggressive guys, like you're very laid back. Like you're the type of guy, like I could see you skydiving and just be like, man, what am I eat later? Am I gonna have a sandwich or some rice and beans or pasta? You know?
Yeah, I've been taking a little hit while I'm flying on down. Hey, is there a McDonald's? Or there a Taco Bell I can crawl into here?
So your video, the 10-year MGTOW prediction, is an amazing icebreaker to our fellow men globally. Because I've had guys in Belgium. What was the other nation? Croatia hit me up like, hey, thanks, man. I watched Texting Prince's video and it was amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yo, thank God he made that video and all that. That video alone answers your question. We have to start falling back. The video Coach Craig Adams posted the other day that you even commented on it. The girl, amazing figure. She had 4-pack abs, nice plump balloons on her chest, voting censorship.
Yeah.
And a nice plump peach apple, the bumper.
Oh yeah.
None of the guys in person were approaching her, and no matter how much
I know what you're talking about. The girl dancing now. Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So no matter how much validation they might be receiving via the technological devices, women love contact and interaction. I've dated so many girls that, like I said, I work with cell phones, that I tell them, hey, pay your bill online, blah, blah, blah. And they've all told me the same thing. Well, I like going to the store because I like the human interaction.
Yeah.
So if we deprive them of that, they're going to seek us out. So, fellas, I'm not trying to call nobody any type of derogatory terms or shame anybody. I use the word simp and all that. I'm guilty of simping. I'm Hispanic. I'm Puerto Rican. My island has a bunch of reggaetoneros who make simp music. Every single song, I can't believe she left me. I messed up. I need her back. Always criminalizing us, pedestalizing the female. That is just like, oh my God, why do y'all keep doing this? Especially when the facts prove that that's all a lie, that these women are out here weighing options like drug cartels, weigh product.
Wait. Let me give you. I want to give you I want to give a prediction to you. I want you to make this prediction of the final. Okay, because I believe I mentioned in the 10-year prediction, which by the way I had no idea that 2020 was going to hit, but that I think sped up a lot of this. What's going to happen? But I want to know: do you believe a revolution from women? Like we already know, it's not going to happen from men. Men can walk away and women will notice, but change will have to come from women. Do you believe it will be women that are out here, single women, that will be the ones making this change, going, oh my gosh, something's happening, blah, blah? Or do you believe it will be the married women that start to see what's going on? They're going, I don't want my man to leave me, and then all of a sudden I have to go out there in that crazy world now, so we better get this under control now. Do you think it will be the married women now going, stop it, I don't want all these thoughts competing after my now married husband, or will it be the single women? What do you think?
I think it'll be both, simply because, one, the older women always approach me, and the younger girls who do approach me, it's always when I give them little to no attention. Long story short, pre-CV coded.
Yep.
One of my best friends and I went to Applebee's, and the bartender working that particular shift that night, pretty girl, she was only 20. My boy called dibs on her right away. I'm 5'9", he's 6'2". I'm like, you called dibs already. And statistically speaking, women, they don't like body shaming, but they body shame us, hypocrites. So I'm like, you got that. My boy is there giving her the eye, licks lips, talking to her. Me, I'm on my phone. I was I think that was in the midst of like ordering my equipment for the podcast. And she just slams her hand in front of me like, so what's up with you? You don't talk? And I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt the conversation you were having with my boy. And she's like, yeah, but you could engage too as well. So I definitely see both occurring because the married women, they're going to start, get ready for this one, CP. They're going to start catching the fear factor, because they're going to see what's going on out here. Like, hold on, men are retreating like crazy. So if I leave the guy that I'm married to right now, I'm definitely not getting approached. And they're not going to want to risk that. And I feel bad currently right now for a lot of these guys married. And I recommend to them also the 10-year MGTOW prediction video. That video is a masterpiece, a lifesaver. When I first came across that video, I'll gladly admit I was in a very unhappy place. I was going through red pill rage because I always had red pill embedded in me. Yeah. But like being that we found the manosphere now, we have the technological advance time period that we're living in to communicate these things with each other and videos for viewage. I found that video and it is a 10-minute video. And within those 10 minutes, I instantly, my whole vibrational energy just went from negative to positive. And I was like, yo, wait a minute. Us men, statistically, biologically speaking, we do age slower. I'm starting to see more and more guys retreat. This video makes perfect sense. He broke it down in a nice, calm, mellow manner with a little bit of comedy mixed in as well to keep the audience entertained. I got to share this video to every guy that I know. And that video, I always get a lot more positive feedback in contrast to, again, God bless, Coach Greg Adams or the most aggressive guys. I break the ice with that video. Then from there, I show them Coach Greg Adams, Red Pill Rican, Young Men's Daily Red Pill, Strong Successful Male. But that video is an effing masterpiece. I love it so much. And that within itself answers all these, these hypotheses that we could create right now. The married women are going to start holding on more to their men, giving their men better initial B, initial J, initial SEX. They're going to start giving them more enthusiastic monkey double backflips. Shout out CGA.
Shout out to Coach Greg Adams on that one for sure.
And then all the single girls are going to see guys like you and I retreating because yo, you answered what I basically have embodied the whole time. Anytime I've been with a girl, like I don't get to sleep right. I can't even take a nap. What are you doing? Where are you at? Are you, anything else or whatever? And this is like, my God, they get angry when we play video games, when we work out. Who you trying to look good for and stuff? So I like my peace, my tranquility, as do you. And you and I, especially when you shave, you and I easily could pass for 18, 19. We're going to look amazing for a long time. Gentlemen, keeping our stress levels low will further increase our youthful presence, maintain our youthful looks, and it's just an overall better life. And by virtue of that, us falling back, lowering our stress levels, and being more on our, what's the word I'm looking for here? On our purpose.
Yes, that's the one.
The women are going to gravitate to us. One, because they see us on our purpose, and two, because they see they're no longer getting approached. The same way we saw from like 95 to like 2014, 2015, the complete dynamics of women start changing and they becoming more entitled, more hostile, more demanding, and super hypocritical and extremely hypergamous. Now we can be the pioneers to shift it back in our favor, because let's be realistic, women age out faster than us. So they got to realize early on before they start their decline, again, is mostly a lot of older women who holla at me, and I do enjoy my time with them. But just like the car with more mileage on it, you're not going to keep it long term. Eventually, you will replace it unless women start embracing polygyny, one man, many wives, and all that, which I say we do that as well. And that's what's going to happen. Women outnumber us globally right now. Thank you, God, for that. We have nothing to simp for, nothing to be overly harsh to ourselves about, because we were indoctrinated since young. You're not a man unless you're 25, 30, you got a wife and 2 kids, and you're making at least $60K a year, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, wait a minute, we don't have to live by those standards. And those standards were brought to us by a bunch of blue capsule
Nice.
betamons that they had an agenda for us. Hence the current individual in the white's casa right now, he was definitely a contributor to that as well. And it's just horrible. Ironically enough, the vast majority of his votes were from females. So we see the direction that they vote in.
Yep.
It's just like children. When you make them earn something, they're going to go out of their way to earn it and be more honorable about it. When I was young, if I wanted a new Nintendo 64 game or a new pair of sneakers until I started working, my father made me earn it. We got to make these women earn our attention once again, because all this music that indoctrinated us between the last 50, 60 years, along with legislation entitling women and criminalizing men, all of this stuff that's been working against us now, the simple move that we could pull, which will automatically work in our favor, is simply stepping back. I hope that a lot of you guys can truly start to be more disciplined and say, I'm not going to approach that girl. And if we do have some type of conversation, hey, look up Texting Prince's techniques for texting girls. And it's not only for texting, because the same way you text it, you could use it verbally as well. Always try to be the guy to end the conversation. Do not let the fee fail end the conversation. Always be on your purpose. Find something to do. Hey, look, I work, for corporate United States. I started up my podcast now. Once again, thanks to you as well, Texting Prince, because you had told me.
Hey, Joey, shout your podcast out right now. I remember talking to you about that, but shout your podcast out right now so everyone knows.
Thank you. The podcast is The Fix for New York, spelled The Fixed and the number 4 New York. You can also hit me up on Instagram as well. If you ever need something to talk to, I've lost a few friends throughout the years due to suicide, and mostly because there was a female involvement tied in as well. So if you guys ever need to get something off your chest, feel free to hit me up. If you ever want to be interviewed and share your story, feel free to hit me up. Once again, The Fix for New York on Instagram and also on YouTube. But hit me up on Instagram because I could communicate better from there. Texting Prince inspired me a lot. He really brought me back to a positive state of mind. The only way we could fix all of these things, funny how The Fix for New York and all that, but the way we could fix all of these things is simply by falling back. Vote with your feet, vote with your wallet. Is our wallet, our choice. The laws are rigged against us. You approach a girl, hey miss, how you doing? Hashtag me too. You help her fix a tire or give her a jump. Hashtag me too. These females are opportunists, always looking for a come up. We got to protect ourselves. I hope I didn't offend anybody. If there was anything I did not answer, again, feel free to hit me up at The Fix for New York on Instagram. The best way to introduce your blue capsuled friends to the manosphere, my personal opinion, I'm not trying to knock anybody, but break the ice with the 10-year MGTOW prediction. Because, again, Texting Prince kept a very chill mode, but with a little bit of comedy as well. It wasn't as aggressive, where the blue capsule people would be like, hey, they hate women and they sound rainbow community, so I'm not going to listen to that. Now realizing that we're trying to save them from a life of suffrage. Women say that. So, hey, I've been a nice guy plenty of times. Just to not take more of your time, y'all could DM me and I'll explain how to not be the nice guy while still being a good man. But since these women want to be overly brutally critical, judgmental, and just overall hostile towards us, all right, let's put the ball in their court, you know. After they show us interest, then we continue with engagement and move strategically. We're playing chess, not checkers. Move strategically, you know, because you could checkmate in a matter of 4 or 5 moves. As long as you move strategically, that's what we're aiming for. And yeah, I don't know what else I could say at that point.
Beautiful. Well, hey, appreciate you coming on. Thank you for spreading the word and your enthusiasm. And hey, I'm sure we'll be chatting here more as well. And guys, again, The Fix for New York. 4 is the number on Instagram and YouTube as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Texting Prince. You the man. God bless. Shout out the entire Manosphere. So many names to name. I want to give other guys an opportunity to get on. Thank you so much, man. I'm a message away if anything. And fellas, feel free to hit me up. I'm here. I'm not judgmental. I've been there before. I've been the nice guy. I've been the simp. My heritage comes from heavy simping. Our music is heavy simping. So if there's anybody who could talk to you outside of the big names of the Manosphere, is me. Not to brag about myself, but just the understanding. So feel free to holler at me. Take care. God bless.
All right. Thank you very much for coming on. Appreciate you. God bless. All right, guys. Great. Hey, great hearing from both those guys, Gabriel and Cash First, a.k.a. The Fix for New York. Guys, a lot of good stuff. Here's what I'm going to end with today to tell you guys. And I don't know whether this helps anybody or not, but I often think about things that I might have wanted to hear when I was younger going through the stage we're in. When I was, and I'll tell you guys, when I was 18 years old, I was a virgin. I was going to wait till marriage to have sex for the first time. I was a simp beyond all simps. And what I can tell you guys now, and this is for MGTOW men, this is for red pill men or whatever. And again, I don't know if this helps to hear this, but the only thing, if guys ever say, like, especially if I'm sitting here talking to someone that's a virgin right now, that has not gone out, and I get it, it's a crazy wild game. Don't let anyone shame you into thinking that you're missing out on some amazing thing. I can tell you guys, the only thing that I could say maybe some confidence, but realistically, the only thing that I have gained from experience with many, many women is understanding these games and not getting myself in too deep. But other than that, to any guy, and again, I'm really thinking about this because, again, if I think back to me when I was 18 years old, if I came out and the world was the way it is right now, and I started hearing about MGTOW or something like that, and at that point, right, I had not experienced women, that would probably be comforting for me to hear because, again, like I said, there's nothing... you don't level up, you don't become a Super Saiyan, superstar by having sex with women or having sex with a lot of women. All it does is it helps you see clear. All it does is it helps you logically understand what's going on without the emotion involved because you've been through the situations now you can kind of see clearly. So I hope that helps for some guys. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it does. But again, man, like Cash First just kind of ended with there, we gotta vote with our feet. You can't simp everything. And that's what else I say, guys. I will never shame any man ever for stepping away from the game. I understand that there will be a time in my life where I will probably do that as well. But if you're looking to get in the game, I promise you this, I will never teach you how to simp. I will only teach you the things that work best to build your attraction and that you can still do your own thing, your own way, and you're not suckered in to some other girl's expectations of you. That is what I can promise you. But again, if you just decided right now, hey, I'm out, I 100% understand. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. We're living in some crazy wild times. But for those of you guys that are in the game, have a long memory. Remember this. When we talk about there will be a shift that happens, that shift might happen earlier for you in your life with that girl you're thinking of, where she goes, I see what's happening. I better say, I hate feminism. I think that's so dumb, right? That's what I'm trying to get at here, is that there are going to be some women that also pick up on this. They understand what has happened. They might be the first ones to be like, well, I hate feminism. Still be careful. Have a long memory. Understand what's been going on. Understand what's been going on in her life, what's been going on before you guys have kind of interacted, because, it's a dangerous world. When I say it like this, it's a dangerous world for single men right now. But like I had in my MGTOW 10-year prediction, I truly believe if you could x-ray my heart and you could go, is this guy, I truly believe we are living through right now the worst of the worst, and that it will only get better from here on out. And like I say always, that doesn't change any of your mindset about committing to a woman. That should never change it until legality is changed, laws are changed, and this society and culture is changed to where we see this mainstream where people respect men again. I don't think it will be safe for any man to commit themselves legally until laws are changed and the stigma changes. But I am a true believer that right now we're living through some of the worst of the worst. So some of you young guys, like I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. This would be so hard for me to hear at 18 years old. I was girl crazy, guys. I'm such a flirt, man. I love to flirt with that. It would have been really hard for me to hear back then, but I'm looking at the reality of what we're living with right now. But I'm here to say I do think things will get better, but it should be on no man to sacrifice himself right now in these dying days until that happens. So stay sane, stay safe, stay logical. But we're in for a ride, guys. We are in for a ride. Appreciate you all. Last thing here that I see here. Oh, we got the Fix for New York. Appreciate it, man. He says, Texas Brent, you the man. Thanks for having me. Let's change the world for the better. 10-year MGTOW prediction. Don't approach first. Appreciate you, man. Great having you on. Guys, again, follow him, the Fix for New York. And that's where it kind of all ties together for me, right? Again, I could debate on one side how nice guys don't finish last because you want to be a good person. But the lie that you'll hear when you dig into MGTOW or even Red Pill is that you'll think that everyone around you is some bitter, angry, misogynist guy. When in reality, and yeah, there's always going to be certain stigmas to certain things. When in reality, the guys that I met, honestly, are the guys that I'm like, dude, this guy seems like a good dude that just wanted the best, or what he thought was, he wanted the marriage, that what he thought he was going to be the good dude, right? I've met a lot of really good dudes that have just been burned. So, when they talk about nice guy and all that stuff, just because you start to listen to MGTOW or Red Pill content, don't let that stigma put you in that boat where, oh, well, all MGTOW men, all Red Pill men are bad men. It's like, no. Just logic. That's what I've said. Since the day one, I'm a sucker for logic. In MGTOW, the MGTOW philosophy that I've been presented with, I have never been able to disprove the logic that I have been presented with in today's day and age. And that's all it is. Strictly that. You guys hearing this, if you've heard MGTOW or Red Pill for the first time, it's logic. That's what it is. It's without the clouded emotions, without the clouded stipulations and social dogmas that people put on us. That is what Red Pill and MGTOW is seeing the truth for what is actually going on. All right, guys. Appreciate you all. Love you all. It was great. It was great having you all on, and I will see you guys next week. You guys know I'm an optimist. I still think, I'll say it, guys. I'll say it. I'll be real crazy here. Wait. Let me hit my blueberry pomegranate vape pen before I say this. Just so I have an excuse, I'll say this made me crazy. Hold on. Mark, I see your question about will there be a part 2. Guys, I've told you guys this. I want there to be a part 2 whenever. If I can figure out a social platform that I can live stream on that works with my thing here, Ecamm, and I can talk truth, I will do that. Right now, YouTube is looking to yank anybody off speaking truth. I am crazy. Casual Bachelor says, don't be too crazy. Casual Bachelor, you know what's up. You know what's going on. You know. I know. I don't know all the words. I don't play this the smartest way on YouTube. But I'm as crazy as to say, guys, when I say, when people ask, will there be a part 2 soon? Well, I could say on one hand, no, with the administration that we currently have in office, I don't see that happening. I see censorship getting worse and worse. But everything I've said for the past year, I didn't just all of a sudden just go, oh, well, that's all wrong. Here it is. Here's the crazy part for you guys. I don't believe JB, this guy, I think he's on here. Where is he?
Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't believe he's actually in charge right now. I understand how crazy that sounds. Hopefully you guys can understand that I break down logic a lot, so I have logic on my side when I'm saying that. So Mark, this is what I'm saying. Mark Lane, I hope soon enough I'll be able to go back and do my normal thing. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? I could absolutely be crazy, guys. I could absolutely be freaking crazy. I just don't see that happening. Things we're seeing right now, if you look at what government is that just had, was it Taiwan? Where was the government that just had the military takeover? Because there was a election fraud. And they just overtook their country, the military did, to give power back to the people. Somebody in the chat knows what I'm talking about. It just happened. It starts with an M, I believe. I should know this. That's very, very much like I believe is about to happen in the U.S. I don't know when. I told you guys I don't want to give predictions because I was so wrong about JB being, fake or real inaugurated. But you see what's going on in other countries, just wait. So in that case, Mark Lane, I'm hoping we're back sooner rather than later. I'm not sitting here waiting 4 years. That's the hardest part to me. If anyone's sitting here going, well, we lost this election, but we'll get them next year. It's like, I'm not waiting 4 years, because if you don't understand that there was foul play in this election, what makes you believe that any election would be fair after this? So if you go that route, I think anyone's crazy if they're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to vote for who I want and they'll be elected. It's like, no. I've seen too much. I'm just the crazy guy that goes, you guys have heard it from me since the beginning. I think my man,
A great wall,
is in charge and still in charge. I understand how wild and crazy that sounds. Some of you guys have been talking about GameStop stock, AMC, all this other stuff. Things could be happening where, the Federal Reserve gets collapsed. The bankers can't pay all this money. The short stock. What could happen? Oh my gosh. Well, maybe you've been following this channel for more than 6 months. Maybe you've heard me talk about Nasara and Jassara, Trump-Sara. Maybe you've heard me talk about how the Fed needs to be collapsed to be backed by gold. Maybe. Again, guys, don't listen to anything I say about this topic. Well, don't expect fact from it, but if you want to be prepared for what's coming, here's a bias. I say, believe what I'm saying here. Crazy stuff, guys. Like we've never seen before. Which, by the way, if what I'm saying is craziness, that my man Trump is still in charge. And I understand how crazy that sounds, guys. I understand that. But if that was true, and then you go back and look at that MGTOW 10-year prediction, and you hear me talk about how laws need to be changed first. If what I'm saying is true, and who was inaugurated wasn't actually inaugurated, if we have someone else actually in charge right now, if that's true, then we're fully on set for going back to constitutional law, getting rid of all these corrupt judges that have been in all courts all across the land. Now, when we say, do laws change? Until laws change, don't even think about it. Well, If laws change, then we'll have some more fun topics to talk about. I believe it will happen. I'm just the crazy guy, though. I've accepted that, guys. Like I've already told you guys, I've had friends that literally disowned me after January 6th happened that I'd known my whole life. So I'm okay going down with that ship, but we're seeing some crazy things, and I have a lot of hope for the future. I know, hey, anyone else that wants to say, hey, another thing that I could have argued against many times in my day, I used to love to argue this one, guys. I see some scream names in here about the blah, blah, blah atheists. Like, I used to love a good debate. All I'm saying, right? I don't push it on anyone. I'm the most open person when it comes to that type of thing. And there's a reason why I get excited about stuff like this. There's a... man, there's a lot more to this world. And again, that's especially to anyone that is living during this 2020 craziness, especially anyone that went through some horrible divorce or whatever. They're waking up right now, they're just getting red pilled, and you're just waking up to this world. Why would you want to live in it? I can understand why people are thinking, why would you want to live in it? Man. If you have thoughts like that, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. It doesn't work like that. I know that because people couldn't convince me. All I'm saying is if you have thoughts like that and you think there's nothing else to live for, I'm just going to say this. This is all I'm going to say, guys. I'm saying there's more that you can awaken up to that make your life filled full of purpose. Read into that all you guys want. It's okay. I know how I would have labeled myself a couple years ago. I know that. Can't force anything. You can't force the red pill on anyone. You can't force other things on anyone. But there's a lot of beauty in this life. That's why I'll leave with here. Regardless of how bad it seems, how can this happen? How can we have these systems in place that make it to a relationship? It just doesn't seem possible these days. How? What a crappy world we live in. Wait a second. There's more. That's what I'll leave with, guys. I hope you understand. I hope some of you guys feel that one deep. Good things coming for everyone, all humanity. All right, take care.